What's up guys? Halo teman-teman semua. Kita lanjut nobar lagi ya guys ya. Bentar ya guys ya, ini gua setting dulu deh biar enak. Oke. Right guys, welcome teman-teman semua ya. Kita akan melanjutkan nobar hari kedua ya berarti guys. Hari kedua, hari ketiga ya? Hari ketiga ya? Hari ketiga. Hari ketiga ya? Iya, hari ketiga guys. Hari ketiga kita akan watch party FNATIC versus ZETA aja guys. Saya sih dukung ZETA, cuman ZETA yang ini kayaknya lawannya agak berat guys ya. Back to back nih, napas slash level ke sini. Back to back champion, bro. Baru bangun bang. Enggak sih, udah dari tadi guys, cuman gue lapar banget guys sekarang guys. Gimana nih? Anjing jam segini lapar mulu, cok.
Attack.
Okay, I'm gonna run through this, make sure we are all set. First set of bands, we have ZETA with Bind, FNATIC with Pearl. Map number 1 is Fracture with FNATIC on attack.
Bentar.
Map number 2 is Haven with ZETA on defense. Next set of bands are Ascent and Split. Map number 3, Decider, is Lotus with ZETA on attack. Alright, good luck to you both.
Game 30 menit, nggak apa-apa lah guys. Kan belum mulai juga gamenya anjing. Kenapa harus scam? Lagunya keren cok. FNATIC banyak nih. Yang sebelumnya 2-0 anjir, easy. Anjir si Derke.
ZETA, they missed out on Tokyo, but what a statement it would be to take down the team that lifted a trophy in their home country right here, right now.
We've
seen it already today, Mimi. I don't think it would be, it's not going to be impossible, let's put it that way, for ZETA to take them down.
It's not impossible because we've seen it
ngeri tapi cowok FNATIC cowok
more than a
anjir.
year ago. ZETA took the
Apa
stage
ini
in
guys?
Reykjavik
Five
against
champion anjing.
FNATIC. They beat them there, went on a run to go top 3, had the breakout performance for Japan at an international event, and they've been trying to recoup that same kind of run ever since. Now they have a chance here to get revenge on FNATIC for not only lifting that trophy, but also to repeat history.
Yeah, and let's talk about the map vetoes real quick, because Fracture, Haven, Lotus. If you're a FNATIC fan, Psycho, looking at that, you got to be feeling pretty comfortable and happy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, FNATIC definitely have a map pool, and it's
ini last sih, menurut gue last harusnya sih. Si last nih harus show up sih guys. Chamber sih keluar si Chamber OP nggak sih?
I think they only had to show 4 maps at Tokyo for FNATIC. They were dominant in that event. And now the question is, has FNATIC reinvented themselves at all? Have they
pakai topi udah fix kalah. Ngaruhnya anjing Ten pakai topi babi.
Because constantly having new things, surprising teams.
Ada Reru juga Bang Reru.
Staying on top when you already are that team everyone's watching.
Let's not forget, in Tokyo, they were losing to EG on this map, Psycho. That was one of the places where FNATIC just couldn't find an answer for. So we would like to think that they might have changed something between Tokyo and here.
Absolutely. I mean, they've had some time. You know, they're definitely prepared for this. They come to Champions. They're scrimming these teams in LA, getting ready. I'm sure they have something cooked up, and they know that this is their moment. If they want to take this championship home,
Chamber kan, last kan? Udah tahu gue pasti main Chamber dia.
Well, if you take a look at the Prime Gaming agent selection, you can't beat the Mimi. Why not join them? It is the
makan lah besok aja guys, biar makin kurus lagi. Mau ketiduran ya bang? Enggak, gue habis main Valo cok segame cok. Gue udah bangun dari jam berapa? Dari jam 2.
And taking a page out of
Dari jam
EG's
3.
book, I love it. FNATIC is the team who I think really started the trend, who EG was influenced by in putting an emphasis on farming your ultimate orbs and always having an idea of how to combo ultimates, and now taking some of that back from EG, who had initially drawn inspiration from them. It's kind of a cool to see it go full circle for FNATIC.
Absolutely, and not every team has been able to pull off this.
Gue udah makan tadi siang
sih. Teams try and fail, but FNATIC are definitely the team to do it. Leo is just absolutely incredible on this, as you said. They kind of crafted this.
Gue kayaknya harus beli ini deh. Gue harus beli bener sih oatmeal kering kali ya, yang kayak di TikTok itu guys, yang apa sih? Apa almond ini kacang almond campur-campur gitu guys, buat snack, buat ngisi perut aja dikit gitu ya. Beli kali ya.
This is the new version of ZETA. This
isn't that squad that was slow on
every single attack that we saw way back when they were at that global event. We'll have to see if it's enough for Zeta to find
Wah,
an
di TikTok
upset
ada yang jualan
again.
kayak yang
Well,
di
it's the first
serok-serok
time
gitu tuh.
this year Fnatic has
Kalau
changed
oatmeal sih gue kayak kagak ada kenyang itu mah. Kayak yang apa sih kacang-kacang almond dicampur-campur kacang-kacangan itu loh, tuh lumayan
Two
deh
of the best in the business with us to take you through this series. Give it up to Dog and Baller.
Thank you so much, Jinsu. Baller,
Thank you so much,
something
Jinsu.
in the air today, and you can't help but feel like it's
Kalau
really
kata
throughout
Ai
the
sih,
entire
Ai nggak
tournament,
mau
just
makan
come
terlalu
off
banyak
the
sih.
upset.
Ai udah kenyang
This
sih
would
guys.
shatter expectations.
Kalau kata Kobo juga Ai
suggesting
nggak
a
boleh
lot,
makan
right?
banyak
This
soalnya
is
lagi
the
menjaga
best team
badan.
in the world, hands down.
Yeah.
So I am very much looking forward to see what kind of shit Zeta can show on a stage, which they haven't graced our presence with for so long. It's been a long time since lock-in. It's been a long time since that miracle run way back when they beat Fnatic back at Reykjavik in 2022.
While also winning over the hearts of literally everyone. And that's why, you know, there are so many people that are excited to see them back
Ting-ting
on the
manja,
stage.
sabar.
But this is quite the foe you're facing against first, and Depp is already, oh my. Well, it certainly could have been more troublesome. It could have been a lot more damage than it was.
That could have been horrible.
Yep.
But instead, Depp gets such a deep position and he clears the south side almost entirely. So right now, they have a
Kalau
great
kata Ai
idea
sih
of what's
Fnatic,
going
kalau
on.
kata Ai sih Fnatic
And I'm
juga sih walaupun Ai
surprised not
dukung
seeing anybody
Pasifik
from
ya.
Zeta moving right now. They should have known it was A side a long time ago there.
They are a bit more cautious and a bit more concerned with this, aren't they? Chronicles getting the spike down. You see Fnatic still have some control, some positioning over towards Dish. Courtesy of Durka, they have a really good setup here.
Despite the long rotate and the very late one, they get some really good post-plant positions to actually retake here from. So both sides entrenched at this point.
Boaster's going to have to be one of the first to be dealt with, and
Yeah.
yeah, they don't even check him. He was still down under hell, and I mean, Fnatic have just wiped the floor with Zeta in this
Gila guys,
round.
kena bantai. Kenapa nih anjing nge-chat gue?
You really expected a little bit more there from Zeta after all the time that they took to set up in that. But it's two corners they don't check, just two corners. And despite maybe a good opening strategy, they would have potentially just found Alfier by himself when Depp dove past him in that one.
Nggak bisa voting gue babi.
Despite all that, nothing for them. So that's
Kata I see Facture Zeta no counter, mana ada.
Some nerves, some discipline not checked up right now, and what the Des was talking about a lot, how slow Zeta play.
Gue berharap sih lastnya panas sih, lastnya sih.
It's completely
OP-nya
flipped
last tuh
on
ngeri
its head in the
coy.
first round.
Tapi ini setapan Leo pakai sofa ngeri coy.
Marshall against Boaster, and he's already finding value with it.
I mean, this is a classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every single round on Fracture.
Lebih
Attack
terbangan Boaster,
side
narik
after the
dia.
pistol round win, which comes quite frequently for this team. Boaster with that Marshall farming as many orbs as he can.
Hey, he's already gotten a considerable
Ace,
amount. He's
ace,
already
ace.
more than halfway. Boaster get the ace, baby. The crowd's gonna go wild.
Ya!
Oh no!
I mean, two aces in the end, Saiko would have been crazy today.
Yeah, that would have been nuts. I mean, he gave it a run, and he was close. Just not able to connect, though. Ultimately, Fnatic walk away with the win on the round. They keep
Kata Ai sih
3
Fnatic
rifles.
nih
Boaster's
vibes-nya
very
vibes
close to
juara,
having his orbital strike
makanya.
online. It wasn't as flashy as we would have liked, but
Ini kayak orang
I guess
Mr.
the
Beast
job done.
anjing.
Oh, absolutely. And actually, considering how the rest of the round played out, Boaster was just holding for these. I mean, I was talking about how he usually farms orbs, but instead he's holding for the kills. Alfier was the guy holding the orbs. Is that
Tawa
Boaster or
anjir
is that
si Depp bilang ya nggak katanya si Depp gitu ya.
Now this swap for Fnatic off of the fade onto the Sova is going to be really interesting to see in these next couple of attempts. They had so many opportunities to face off against this composition that they know how you can counter it. But such a wild comp from Zeta. Almost nobody playing this Paperrex EDG style comp. One thing that I've noticed Fnatic being so good at on all maps is moments like these where, you know, you're in the bonus round, you're trying to get some information. They're so good at freezing and just allowing some time to elapse so that they can let their thoughts actually settle here. And it always allows them to have such good calls after this. One of the reasons why Boaster has really stepped up in terms of reputation for his IGLing ability this year.
Kalau kata Ai sih ambil orb sih. Kalau kata Ai sih Fnatic harus ngambil orb sih.
Trying to be able to settle on the round, get any information that he can, and then work around it. Laz looks to be the first to contact here. Fnatic want to burst towards B. Remember, we don't see Chamber very much. And we're not going to see him anymore this
Ada tuh,
round either.
FNATIC tajam banget aimnya guys kalau pegang Vandal anjir.
Just ridiculous.
Gila bonus roundnya full buy semua anjir.
There were so many people that were excited for this Chamber pick, for Laz on that Chamber pick in particular. But a brutal start. Meanwhile, FNATIC going to continue to pounce forward and trample.
Yeah, ada smoke, ada smoke.
Yeah. A lot of guns on the other side of this, so Durka with 2 big ones.
They can't get to this yet. Alfir has to be the guy to deny depth. He has to go through.
Be quick. He's got to be quick. It's got to be half. That's a bonus for FNATIC. Huge play from Alfir.
The other 2 players there, Leo and Chronicle, were both either a body way in front of them, controlling their space, or just
udah oke sih, ZETA semuanya udah oke guys. Cuman kalah M aja, cok. M-nya si FNATIC nih ngeri anjir, lagi panas tuh.
This is the scary part about FNATIC, man.
Lu lihat lah FNATIC nembaknya anjir. Ngepik dikit headshot, ngepik dikit headshot.
Back at that lead. Thankfully here, ZETA, depth with the amount of flanking he's been doing, does have his overdrive online, so they can go for something crazy. And looks like they're setting up for a dish push. But look, Durka and Leo are going to use some of their util here to actually just completely deny this.
And Step does not seem to care.
Zep cuma dapat
Both
satu.
handle it well.
Nice
A little bit of damage done. His 10 was there too. The orbital strike used, but Chronicle receiving the pressure on the other side.
A very risky peek there as well from Chronicle on the last player of 10. Oh, Alfir is in their spawn. Should have heard them there.
Spike planted.
And now with the plant, it's wide open as well for Alfir. No matter what.
He was out of range of the turret.
Oh, udah dikasih ini guys, udah ketahuan di mana dia.
That did not get him any info.
Si Tank ngeliat ke bawah anjing.
He just crept his way up, and the only question is Chronicle aware? Does he know?
Oh, the jiggle peek just missed him.
Just barely. I mean, we're talking about seconds, but Alfir swings out at just the
Ten
right time.
ikutin gaya ini kangkang dia.
Now that crossfire ends up being pretty brutal there for Chronicle and Alfir. And I love Alfir missed the jiggle, sure, but then he gets into an off angle.
Lo nge-scope itu udah ngarah sih dari city spawn. Nggak nge-scope sih, dia kan naik tali, dia kenceng di jalan terus. Dia nggak walk.
And check this out from Boaster as well, ulting off this push from Arcade so that this isn't a pinch coming in from ZETA.
Ngeri anjing, FNATIC cok, semuanya M-star semua anjing.
But maybe a little bit readable there from
Kalau ngerop kedengeran. Oh ngerop kedengeran guys. Ada kan ada ini ya apa? Ada area suaranya.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Because of the success FNATIC have had, they find themselves up 4 with 3 ults in this round. Leo halfway to his too.
Yeah, but some control here. Are they really just reacting into A after all that?
Wah, ini kosong cok, si Last doang kan ini.
But he is playing from a safe position. He can get away.
As the op too.
Ya, nge-miss lagi, tumben last miss anjir.
You were talking about expectations from Laz on the chamber. And I was waiting for the op to come online.
Uh-oh. Showstopper's out.
Dah nggak mati.
It's nothing. But it's Durka who gets the kill. They've got the Rolling Thunder too. They have everything.
And if they needed to, Alfir's lockdown. No response from Sugar Zero on that Brimstone. Doesn't have the ult to cancel that out. They're falling way back though. Look, there's 3 players at the back of halls. Once they open this door, they're going to be surprised to see it's Alfir there. They're like, okay, that's normal. There's going to be a crossfire at the top, but there's 3 players waiting there.
Yeah, there's no way you expect that much. So you've got to deal with what's in front of you. That's Durka, and then you have to deal with the flank from behind. Alfir gets another. You see the molly coming through from Boaster, who was one of the members off site, and they're just going to go hunting. 2 members here in spawn. They're trying to get the op out of the hands of ZETA, and they do.
Wow. FNATIC checking all the boxes right now.
Gak jelas cowoknya sumpah cok.
Unfortunately.
2-0 belum haki lagi.
You really need to start looking to get that op back online for Laz. And you need to start.
Oh pas banget timingnya, anjir lagi terbang dia.
It's funny, we were talking a lot about Leo not playing any Sova. Up to this point, finally.
Masa berdiri watch partinya anjir.
But Turk is still not playing any Jet. And you can see, I mean, he's just so comfortable on that Raze. One of the rare duelist players who can play both the Jet and the Raze.
That's such a high level, man. Such a high level. You think about their Tokyo run, never touched Jet.
Ini baju Paperrex bagus banget guys. Kalian udah lihat belum guys baju Paperrex yang baru guys? Kira-kira aku bisa nggak ya punya baju itu guys?
No matter how this map goes, I'm assuming we're gonna see it on Haven as map 2.
Yeah.
But right now, ZETA, their first time out. and they've got to come up with solutions. The thing is, they've been so aggressive on actually trying to set up these plays up in
Paperrex
halls, A main.
jam
That's
berapa?
been
Jam
the
2.
majority of the
Early.
round so far. But FNATIC are so comfortable to just wait it out, figure out where that setup is, whether it's implicit information that they're getting from the rest of the map, or that they're seeing it head on, like that north side pinch that we saw. And it's not even gambles that FNATIC are taking.
Kayaknya sih pasti dibantai sih, guys.
Super safe. Look, never a single player on one half of the map.
Emang kerenan yang motif gigitan Rex. Kerenan yang ini lah, Cok. Lebih laki-laki gitu loh.
Expecting pressure from that side towards Dish, or wanting to apply a bit of their own, but nothing found.
It's so fluid there. Derka's boombot is intended to spot, okay, is there anybody pushing tree? And if there is, they're going to go for a crazy fast trap with Chronicle's stun. Now this allows them to slow things down, really re-clear everything you can, get the space potentially for off your ults, but on an anti-eco, yeah, he's going to invest it anyways. And you notice the thing that they did in the last post plant, right? They were all three holding the molly. Here there's, again, a lot of emphasis on holding this lockdown. Only one player getting on site here, Durka with the dash.
Boaster's here by himself, and you've got Leo close by, but not again.
Loh.
Once again, just one. There's a
Boom,
second
man.
layer to this, though. You see, you
Booster
think you've dealt with
nge-whiff
the first
shot
trap.
keduanya nge-whiff,
Sure. But there's another. This one's Leo. The stun, and you imagine the push is going to be coming anytime soon. Depp trying to find some space, and he's certainly not quiet about it. He was ready for it this time. At least wise to it, but kill's still not going his way.
Nice. Good from Durka. Here's any movement
nice
there.
buat
Already
las.
sees that smoke, knows he's going to try to creep into it.
Last left alone.
Gila, di spray. Ngapain lagi? Gue nggak bisa
And it's
apa-apain,
another
cuy.
round for FNATIC. Bala, you know, we talked so much about their run at
Gila,
Tokyo.
kalau Nickel tuh panas banget lah, guys.
Perfect Valorant, or as close to it as you could get.
Oh,
I know it's only been 6 rounds.
Derka juga lagi panas lagi nih, mah gimana mau lawan FNATIC anjing? Di mana guys yang kalau lawan FNATIC Derkanya lagi panas, terus semuanya panas, udah selesai sih.
You know,
Kalau kata Ice ini berat sih.
What do we see evidence of them talking about? I think they focus a little bit more on the strategic side there, and not on calming people down. Because once again, we see a corner go unchecked.
Yep. Is that 3 now?
That's 3.
Yeah.
Against FNATIC, those are the types of
Kita
mistakes they're
tadi
going
iya
to
juga
punish
ya.
every time on.
The lights shine just a little bit brighter on the world's biggest stage. And with that comes the exposing of mistakes, of critical lapses of judgment.
Wow, this execute is so brutal.
That's another kill. I mean, it's an opener for Boaster. Deb's able to buy a little bit of time, but not much.
Ice setuju banget sih sama Yu, iya sih. Gameplay sama nggak? Mirip beda lah, The Bridge. Kocak kita nggak The Bridge tadi. Gak dikasih sama sekali, Cok. Susah mereka kalah M. Ya mati dong.
Yeah.
Oh, Spike's not planted.
Yeah, he hadn't committed. He wasn't really.
Ini bisa menang nih. Spike-nya drop.
And the barrage of utilities
Open ini.
But FNATIC.
Nggak ada smoker, susah ini guys.
And this is with 50 seconds. Normally not
Ini Leo harus nunggu recon nih kayaknya, nunggu recon nih si
Still
Leo.
a lot of room for them to work.
Yeah, you can wait for Leo's dart to come back up, which just popped. You've got Chronicle's fault line that's going to come up shortly as well, right on cue. And with that, you imagine they combine them, they find a little bit of space to at least recover the spike. Not able to get a kill off of it, though.
There's no more util here to actually deny this plant anymore from ZETA.
They've
Wah, tapi
weathered
nggak bisa,
some of
Cok.
the early aggression from the
Nggak
defense.
bisa, Cok. Mereka udah tahu guys, 3-3 di situ guys.
And they do more. See that
Waduh,
aftershock
nice
through.
banget.
Chronicle has fallen. It's just Alpha and Leo now. 1 nano to buy some space, to buy some time, to provide some cover as Orbital Strike segments him off even more. An aggressive
Nice!
satchel in from 10 as Crow gets 2 and the defuse comes through.
Really nice
Pulang ke
stuff.
Rio, halo.
That's that patience that is so synonymous with ZETA.
Ini kenapa
When they
voting
really
gua nggak
recoup,
jalan
when they
ya
really
anjing.
understand, okay, here's the couple of extra tools we have, the Aftershock and that Orbital Strike. I misspoke. I thought they used their Aftershock at this point already. And with that, Aftershock getting the kill on the planter, that's
Gila,
how he
Crow
has that
panas
Orbital
guys, Crow
Strike.
panas guys.
So it's like all the win conditions there, they put them in their mind and they completely executed on them. Well
Ternyata ini
done from
Jepang
ZETA.
nih
Finally
rese
get them
ya.
on board.
Masa Forsaken nggak dukung ZETA, dia Zeki marah-marah pas ZETA ternyata menang Zeki.
That we saw from a team
Emang iya guys?
like we just saw in that first game.
Emang
where
pas Forsaken
it looked
dukung RRQ,
super flat from Billy Billy.
dimarahin ini guys,
And all of a
parah
sudden they
juga
came out
nih.
swinging.
Kenapa
All
lah
of a
kan
sudden they
boleh
had
ngedukung
energy.
sama siapa aja guys ya.
Yeah, they did.
That's
Zeta
what
finally on the board though.
Laz was talking a lot about that. about what they learned from their LCQ run was, and watching Tokyo in person,
Ngatur-ngatur anjing.
was seeing, you know, players like Kankan, players like Busio show and leave the emotion on the stage rather than reserving it back. Are they going to be able to find that momentum to bring that
Ya bang,
emotion
rumahnya
out?
disamperin terus berantem sama 11 orang. Wah.
You've got Crow's got his Rolling Thunder. He's close by. But again, this quiet approach from FNATIC early on. Hey, it's a stalemate.
Terus emang masalah itu sekarang lebih panas Bustio sama
No one daring make a
Demon
sound. You
versus
imagine
China.
if
Emang
there's a
iya.
tap from the drone, Dirk is going to want to go.
Look at this path.
Showstopper.
Oh, kind of messed up
Yeah.
the second satchel there.
It did not give him enough go.
He's not clearing his
That's
corners.
A cleared corner. Or the lack thereof. Yep, Depp cleans him up.
And missed Aftershock Molly combo too.
Spike still committed though. The Rolling Thunder goes just a
Wah
bit wide. As
gila.
Den.
Jelek
Crow
banget dah.
untouched. Alpha looking to pounce in tower. No, he can't. It's just Leo by himself now, and he's just
Itu
gotta sit
kapan
back
emang
and
ada
watch.
beneran ada masalah, Cok?
I mean, a 1v4, a couple members weak, but there's just not enough for
Nice,
that.
comeback.
2 rounds now in a row for ZETA. And that
Coba Twitter.
perfect
Gua tuh nggak main
Valorant from
Twitter, Cok.
FNATIC
Coba Twitter
starts to
aja.
show some cracks.
Parah nih kita.
A missed combination up in tower allows space for Depp to play a little bit longer. And then once again, this A hit, or this B hit, not quite working out there.
Wow.
And Breach ult as well coming in. Yeah, it definitely missed that second satchel there from Durka.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what happened. It looked like it just disappeared.
Ke Jason.
Either way, he would have gotten such a
Ke
deep
Jason ada. Live semua tweetnya dia, Cok.
No early aggression from ZETA. I think we saw that a couple of times.
Live
before the
semua tweetnya,
timeout,
anjing.
but that's something they have moved away from here.
And they are doing a great job dealing with the Sova from Leo. I mean, in that last round, the drone was supposed to get a little extra value. Here, the dart, I mean, always there's an early dart spent by Leo somewhere on the map. I do have to say, I think FNATIC is playing this attack side a lot differently than you would see from a team like EG, where a lot more of these arcade pushes are coming in frequently.
Laz has the op. He's going to be able to
Udah
get
agak
away.
lama itu. Oh, udah agak lama.
Do they pursue, though? No, it seems like they're far more interested in getting on the site, making sure it's clear. You see that dart out from Leo, but Laz getting one. Depp trying to hold him things up from up top, and he does.
Demon One.
Chronicle has fallen. The spike is currently sitting on the ground, but
Ah,
there is
this
room for it. Boaster has a chance to make a massive play here. If he can find the right timing and create enough space,
Oh, these stuns are brutal for Alfir.
it's impossible to get through. Oh, there's Boaster, but he gets caught. This is another round going in favor of ZETA.
Absolutely, and a shocking commitment from FNATIC on this B hit. This is now 3 rounds in a
Gimana,
row
guys?
that is getting shut down from ZETA. And you're also seeing, as Alfir on the last couple seconds of this round, not going to be able to find that spike.
Coba,
The commitment here from the game plan for FNATIC is to get on the site without using your key power ults and post plants, so you could use them later on.
Sure. Well, that is damage dealt, but ZETA's money should be okay.
That's definitely some value there. Nice pick from Laz again. That's been slow. I was waiting to see whether we were going to get this timeout from FNATIC, and it is coming out. And this is where I think you need to start addressing this, because so often these executes are missing a little bit of a gap or something here. In these last 3 rounds, there's been 3 instances of that. And that's purely because they're not really committing these ults. You've had the Sova Hunter's Fury for quite a while. Boaster, his Brim ult has been back in that last round. Chronicles ult is up now as
Oh,
well.
dia nge-tweetnya.
I'd much rather
Dia
see, as
nge-tweetnya
we
gitu, Cok.
see a little streak here from ZETA, a shutdown.
Dia
of any
nge-tweetnya tuh
sort
apa
of
sih?
these early
Nge-tweetnya
ults.
kayak gampang banget 2-0 gitu. Ih, bulu ketek anjing.
It feels like they're in a space of comfortability. And I also think that FNATIC are thinking ZETA's going to adapt so hard away from, away from tower when we have the Brim ult, when there's a Sova ult, like, you're really focusing on making sure you don't get drone tagged, all that stuff. But ZETA's really not caring too much. They're playing up in tower. They're not worried at all about it. They're not adapting to what is in the hands of FNATIC, and I think that's causing some, mismatch in how Boaster's ideas are working in the server.
Well, Maybe the brief conversation with Mini will be enough to, again, break this trend. You see it on the timeline 3 rounds in a row after what was truthfully a dreadful start for ZETA. But they have found some semblance of footing, and they've kept this thing competitive for now. 3 ults on FNATIC's side, and they're key ones at that. We'll see if they invest them here. Heavy bunch towards B, and it's going to be going into Laz, who still has the op. No challenge yet. Surely he hears that Roomba, though, waits for it to go and then re-peeks. There's so many layers to this from FNATIC, though, man. You've got to get past Roomba. You've got to get past the drone.
I mean, I kind of love what FNATIC have done now that I've seen the plan a couple times here against Laz. It's so often that he has to spend so much to deal with the drone,
energi kocak banget, Cok.
It's neutering him. Comparatively to what was happening in LCQ, he was a beast
Kocak
on
banget
the
anjing.
chamber.
They've just gotten onto the site. I mean,
Gila ngeplannya kayak si FNATIC tuh ngeplannya ngeplan aja gitu guys. Ya, dadah.
He's cooked. Wow,
Anjir.
what a brutal way to go. They invest the Hunter's Fury too. Crow falls. Depp also takes
Gila, ultinya
damage.
bagus-bagus banget, Cok.
I'm curious how they knew he was there. They saw the detain. Must have heard him right before.
Just enough. Durka playing in the smoke. ZETA trying to claw their way back into this round with the 3 guns that remain. And ult 2 in the hands of 10, but can't imagine it's going to be invested here. They have so many layers to this, as we talked about previously, man. Like, it's going to take some massive heroics.
Langsung timeout, langsung kalah,
Down to
Cok.
20 HP and time just not on his side, has to get out.
And there's what I was talking about, though. 3 investments of the ult. Yes, some of them were after the plant had already gone down, but specifically
Apa sih ngatain dia cheater always semua emang ya?
gets them on that B site. And I think that's a great call again.
Dia cheater dulu guys, enggak lah
mentioned how
anjir kan
Zeta
jangan
was
bikin
not
isu-isu aneh ya.
Trying to counter what ults. Oh, he was shooting his head under right before. Did he forget about the lockdown?
Could have.
Yeah, that one hurts, and the fact that you got another kill out of this as well is just ridiculous. I mean, that's a setup already where you have the lockdown and then you have the brim ult. We've seen it so many times. FNATIC has pioneered this where you just instantly brim ult the space that you don't have with that lockdown.
It's interesting too. Here, it seemed like FNATIC were ahead of what ZETA was going to try to do. They repositioned Laz with the op, and they guessed correctly.
Kena record
And as
anjing.
well, getting through halls here. I'm guessing that dart was finally not broken by Leo, and they instantly go into this. But it is surprising to see that in combination with what you
Surprisingly.
just said, them pushing back. The
Kan sih
chamber
kayak
on
A-nya
top
sih
already.
mati sih ya malah sih.
Early rolling thunder. Oh,
That's popped.
I thought they were going to try to pinch, but
Oh kan gue bilang apa guys.
finds a second.
Kalau Ai bilang apa pasti terjadi. Ai tahu nih Last nih udah panas nih
Quiet
guys.
for a while, but
Udah siap
comes
ngebunuh-bunuh
back
nih.
to life at just the right time.
Mati lagi Alfajar nih.
Looking for where the third smoke from FNATIC was, because that's an angle you've got to
Ai
be
tahu.
Spike down.
worried about. Last with 3 from it.
10 feeling some of the pressure and having to reposition. The spike is out of reach here. I don't know that FNATIC can recover this.
I mean, you'd have to jump up, drop. Yes, it is Leo. Yes, it is Chronicle. Those 2 players, no matter what
30
happens, you
seconds
think they
left.
have a chance, but this looks
Opa, gila Opa.
very unwinnable.
Si
And they won't go for it either. Leo's not even opening the door, not prodding, nothing like that. They're just going to save the weapons.
Aikimen bang, kayak lu Aikimen apa tuh Aikimen?
And they are
Chamber yang
kinda low
kacang-kacang
level.
SQ anjay. Iya nih, soalnya
During
Chamber
the
Last nih
low,
ngeri
goes
sebenernya
to
guys.
Alfier with the only 1.8 that you'd get.
10 seconds left.
Saving save.
It would have been rough.
You gonna clear this box?
Woo!
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. 4 for Laz, and you know, we were talking about the financial implications. That rifle going down.
That was the least important rifle out of the 2.
Sure.
Leo had 3.4K, so he could drop one now, where Chronicle wasn't going to be able to drop anyways. But yeah, you're right. I mean, any sort of
Gila
economical
itu sih.
value you get when it's such a. I mean, at the end of this, it could be a close half here.
Harus
Could end up
disemok
with a
soal
7-5.
cowok si Last nih ngeri anjir.
Absolutely, you look to moments like that.
Yeah, unexpected too, given how the half started.
And Zeta's gotten FNATIC in a spot where there's no ults online right now. For FNATIC, and you can tell how much they rely on those so frequently.
On the other side of things, Laz is the only one who's close to his. Depp has his online. But again, patience.
Bisa sih, ini ZETA masih bisa sih guys. Masih ada kesempatan, Cok. Tiba-tiba di comeback soalnya nih.
Delicate game they play.
I think FNATIC actually confused about how to approach the situation, given that 10 was in halls at the beginning, given that they did break that dart. Oh my goodness, the timing.
This is bold too. He hasn't shown here.
Did he just spot?
Pagi bang kamu udah McD hari ini bang? Belum.
That was Alfie pinging that too.
Yeah.
Wah, anjing kelihatan kayak itu.
What a pen.
Hah?
And the op is this point has been fired, so they know where he is. Do they push into him or do they rotate away?
Oh,
they want to go.
Dart combo with the stun too. They got both players on site right now with that. They're gonna flood those ZETA. Have to be careful.
Yeah, I don't know that they're ready for. I don't know that they want to flood at this
Yeah.
point. FNATIC haven't fully pushed out for them to take this fight. Now FNATIC pounce ahead of what ZETA's trying to do. The defense is
Ya, nembak apa dah?
they're left in shambles. There's nothing left. They just crumble.
Beautiful
mati
stuff
langsung
from
kalah,
FNATIC there.
Cok.
The freeze again.
Switching sides.
You know, they went outdoor for about 20 seconds before really committing to hitting that site, and the combinations of Yuto were just really nice. Dirk as well getting his ult online. For sure was going to get another one if Alfir didn't pop it. Tap right there in that moment. It's just so nice from this team.
Jelas kayak enak banget, Cok. Jaga situ. Udah paling enak jaga ini.
8-4 half in favor of FNATIC. We're going to throw it down to the desk for them to break down that first half.
Taker nggak tahu ya, Taker OP efektif atau enggak ya? Gue sih menurut
Thank
gue
you
sih
very
enggak.
much. You guys, now Laz, he really came alive towards
Ngapain
the
anjing
end
Corsair
there.
ini?
But I really want to quickly address a story that he was telling in the Daily Tease we saw this morning about Boaster, his opposite IGL on this match, because Laz said here that he was a little bit desperate and texted Boaster to ask him specifically about some advice on being an IGL. To my surprise, he answered my questions very kindly. I told him, I hold him even in great respect. And Psycho, what a great story this is for them to be able to go up against each other. But you can also see the impact maybe Laz has learned from Boaster.
Halo, Milet bang, belum.
How to IGL.
Absolutely. I mean, what a
Kalau nanti
special
selalu
moment
rame bang. Ini
between
watch
these guys.
partinya kiriman juga guys. Sepi tau guys. Coba like dulu deh, coba deh. 100 like belum anjir.
With ZETA now, you know, like you're trying to claw your way up the global events and improve your placements, and you reach out to somebody like Boaster, who is just larger than life for you, and he actually responds and gives you advice, right? So this is someone who not only he's
100 like dulu dong, 100 like dulu, buktikan kalian bukan bot guys, kalian bukan bot guys.
From, and that should make it a lot easier as an IGL to call against him.
And then playing against someone who is an inspiration, is an idol to you, also has another
Buktikan
element
kalian
of
bukan
that.
bot, aku like dua kali jadi unlike dong.
These IGLs thus far. I thought ZETA initially had good adaptations to start to play a lot of those flood retakes on B, but FNATIC turned around and did a great job of actually punishing Laz there. They put a lot of util into making him feel uncomfortable anchoring on this site. We've seen this go back and forth, but FNATIC, no surprises, up at this half, 8-4, and now they go into the second half defense, where this Sova comp is so good to allow you to push forward, take
Ayo udah like, you udah like. Kalau you udah like, ay mantep sih, seneng sih.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
Ay cuma satu match doang nih, ay kalau satu match doang enak nih, ay bisa tidur pulas nih, ay bisa ntar bisa nge-gym, bisa seger.
Thank you so much, Insu. Yeah, an 8-4 half in favor of FNATIC. It was dominant at the beginning, and ZETA started to show signs of life. I think as we prepare for what's ahead of us here, ZETA on attack.
Baru 76 nih like-nya, kalian Yuyu nggak mau like lagi. Buset, derke.
And that's a long range Sheriff wallbang.
Oh, sini minta izin ke? Iya, Ardi minta izin. Tembak apa?
Doesn't matter how fast you're gonna go. If you're deaf, you're not gonna be able to get past him, at least initially. But the second punch of Sugar Zero was enough to clear things out. Numbers in favor of FNATIC, albeit slight, but still there. Oh, that was well handled. There's 1 HP on the man. 1. That's all it takes for him to go down. But once again, these kills going back and forth. Chronicle dinked him. Yeah, he did. He cleans him up.
Double ding anjir itu si Chronicle.
Clean 2K from Chronicle to get FNATIC the round.
He got a collat. Double headshot there. Dinked him through his teammate. What is that?
Kalau kata Ai sih 17 like lagi sih. Masa nggak bisa 17 like lagi sih kalau kata Ai? Ah, Yuyu semua nih pada jahat nih, Yuyu semua nih.
And that was the one thing ZETA needed to do. Once they got that plan off, they needed to regain control of that.
And that is a brutal start for Laz to go down.
Tenang banget sih Leo anjir.
Yeah, they've been, doing a great job too.
Enemy remains.
Unlucky 10.
Unlucky indeed.
Oleh masuk surga nggak bang? Amin, amin, gue doakan guys ya.
That was gonna make things incredibly difficult to come back from.
Lihat nih. Lihat Leo nih, liatin nih.
This is a dart for potentially
Anjir, bagus banget ikonnya, Cok.
maybe an extra push. Maybe the just getting the orb is enough there.
We'll see if we see that one again because he got pushed off that.
Ayo udah like 2 kali, mantap.
You already had must have been a stun or something like that from
Yeah, I
Dev.
think so.
Maybe just some noise for him to back off of.
Or the fault line from Crow. Yeah, there was something that pushed him off the angle for sure.
Bam, bam,
So Zeta get what they want.
bam,
They
bam,
keep Boaster
bam,
back. They get
bam,
the orb.
bam, bam.
It seems like they're gonna go hunting for
Mario
the loop.
Fatur, halo Fatur.
Just farm up in this case.
Yeah.
Would not be too mad to see this. Although, if they do go for something like that and they continue to explore the map, they're missing an opportunity right now. What we can see, what they can't. It's Alfear alone on this B site, and he doesn't really have a denial setup, so they could get the plant down and make this really interesting.
Boaster's close by. He still has 2 smokes, and they're gonna push him to spawn. Yeah, I mean, I guess take the fight and see what happens. Lay things out how they may.
Nice.
Gone 2
Ya,
for 2.
spike-nya kocak.
Alfear tipping things back in Fnatic's favor.
Enemy remaining.
And he might put the round away by himself. Laz left alone. A 1v3 very quickly.
Gila,
Turns back,
hampir,
but it doesn't
Cok.
turn back far enough as Fnatic get
Dukung
another-
Kobo, Koryo. Kobo kenapa, Geyser? Kobo kenapa?
I mean, despite things going pretty.
8 like lagi yuk, I see. Saja sih yuk, like 8 like lagi sih bisa sih. I love you sih, I love you banget sih kalau 8 like lagi sih.
But they lose the spike eventually. They don't really consider how many players are in spawn. And
Gue siapa bang? Dukung Zeta sebenarnya, cuman ini lawannya berat guys, raja terakhir guys. Nah gitu dong, 100 like, I love you guys. Kamu mau nikah sama aku bang? Mana ada, kocak don gak bang? Don. I love you banget sih kalau udah 100 like sih.
This bonus is very healthy.
Hey, look at that setup. Yeah, there's no one there, but that would have been a dreadful position to be standing in. You got the fault line you have to deal with, the satchel out from Durka, the dart over the top, and then the flash to clear the second corner.
I mean, now they can just play from the north side.
Oke, Dep, kita lihat Dep guys ya. Mulai ngecek kiri, ngecek kanan. Ngaso dulu sebentar.
Very good point.
Saat disiapkan oleh Crow. Last nih juga nih, Last udah nge-ADS nih guys ya. Pakai VG apa Bang Rio? 3080 Ti ya? Ten sudah mulai menggunakan monitor miring ke bawah ya. Nggak pegel tuh leher ya.
You're right. You've eliminated half of the map at this point if you're Fnatic.
Ya, kalau kalah lagi sih berat ya.
You just invest everything into the southern side.
Oke, di flash dan dimasuki.
That's exactly where Zeta are headed. You see a little bit of utility from Alfear early on, keeping it back. The orbital strike is early.
Dapat kan tuh si Alfadia, lihat tuh.
Dep's already fallen.
Look at the options it allowed Alfear to play in from drop there instead of actually staying on site. Avoids the orbital strike completely and
mati dong.
go down, Crow.
Nah kan.
That was close. He does eventually. It was a bit
Susah Cok kalau di night plan itu terus lu masih stick plan tuh biasanya mati pasti orangnya. 3 lawan 4 ya guys ya, masih bisa banget ini.
Forget about the trip. He's got the sideline on him.
Kejepit.
But they've gotten it to this point. 10 with a massive 2K, and Leo's left alone. Nothing but a bulldog. 2 shocks and a drone as he upgrades a weapon.
Yeah, he's out. That Molly's gonna solidify things.
Nggak bisa katanya nggak bisa Cok. Ngap Jason kapan main bang? Besok jam 2 guys. Ngap Jason bro, gue nggak sabar lihat Paperrex sih guys. I want you.
Enough where Boaster and the rest of Fnatic think they have to commit regardless of whether Leo's timing is good. So Zeta, good anti-bonus.
Halo UB, welcome ya UB ya. Menurut lu bagusan preload Kaos atau Araxis? Araxis sih. Besok nobarnya agak panjang sih kayaknya. Bisa jadi 3 match sih. Katanya seru semua. 2 match lah minimal guys. Ada EDG juga ya. Ini match seberapa match pertama dong.
On your screens as we head into the next round. The Death was talking about it previously. For the round,
Wah, ini sih berat sih ya.
Zeta's attack side is slow historically relative to the field. They tend to play.
Katanya mau sama Jesselyn. Besok sama Jesselyn Paperrex ya. Ayo join Jesselyn nanti.
Now that they have full guns, now that it's closer to equal footing. Although the buy from Fnatic, the Stinger and a Bulldog.
Laz is completely relying on headhunter bullets too. No weapon for him.
Oh wow.
And that kind of evens the playing field here, because
Yeah,
Chronicle, with that Stinger, like you just mentioned, this is what I was talking about just saving 1 gun.
Wait.
They do still have the ult advantage. Crow picking up that orb gets his Rolling Thunder online. You really
Bang, makan bakso pakai lontong. Apa lagi bakso pakai lontong, anjir? Mana enak, lontong mah lontong sayur aja.
There's no combo with it at all.
Lah, tembak apa itu?
Another push in the spawn gets denied.
Gak ada, Cok. Makan bakso mah udah pakai nasi, guys. Kalau nggak ya polos aja, guys. Gak ada makan bakso pakai lontong, anjir. Siapa yang makan bakso pakai lontong, Cok? Di kota gua makan bakso pakai lontong yang bener lu, nggak ada, Cok.
Sugar Zero falling, Depp left alone. The spike was planted, but FNATIC have so much as far as numbers go, and then the nade at his feet.
Yeah.
Way too many targets to deal with, none of them found. Durka with 3 and FNATIC with 11.
FNATIC was
I eat bakso with lontong, bang. Yuk, bakso with lontong. Nggak mungkin, anjir. Siapa, Cok? Lu orang Jakarta apa orang mana sih? Guys, bakso. Kuahnya tuh nggak kental, guys. Kurang, guys.
But at this point, Doug, I mean, ZETA needed to start.
Gak ada, Cok. Gak ada, guys. Anjir kayaknya sesat. Anjir kayaknya mau bohongin gua, anjir. Gak ada, guys. Seumur-umur gua pergi kemanapun gak ada bakso pakai lontong, guys.
And you're in the range where they just need 2 more rounds.
Thank you, Arkan.
A valiant attempt there to close out the round.
Di Jember ada bakso pakai lontong. Lontong pakai sup, apalagi lontong pakai sup, cai. Nggak ada, cuy. Bakso pakai nasdang, bang. Nasdang bakso oke lah. Jadi makan nasi padang nih. Terus kayak, enak sih guys. Gue pernah sih kayaknya. Kan dibuatnya pakai nasi, bang. Tetap aja kurang, Cok. Mati ngantuk, skip aja udah, bang. Iya, di sini gue kira sih bakal seru, ternyata nggak terlalu seru ya. Udah tidur lumayan, guys. Udah tidur 4 jaman. Ini kurang far playnya. Emang di mana, guys? Gue tanya, guys. Daerah mana yang menjual bakso lontong ya? Bakso lontong. Apa sih lagunya gimana, guys? Bakso lontong. Lontong bubur ayam, nggak ada lontong bubur ayam, anjing. Sat banget, anjing. Madiun, Malang. Nggak ada, guys, anjir. Mana ada sih, guys, bakso lontong, anjir. Guys, gue seumur-umur gue beli bakso banyak banget di beberapa daerah, nggak pernah ada yang jual lontongnya, guys, anjing. Bakso lontong mana enak sih, Cok, sumpah, Cok. Main ke Jember, bang, ke tempatnya Sulis. Gila, flawless, anjir. Lontong tuh, guys, gue makan lontong, guys. Kalau nggak lontong yang ada isinya tuh, lontong yang ada isinya tuh di pasar. Kalau nggak lontong sayur yang pakai kuah kari, kuah apa sih bilangnya? Kuah sayur lah bilangnya, kuah apa sih yang pakai kuah labu itu, lontong sayur. Kalau nggak ya lontong pakai sate, udah, Cok, cuma 2 itu lontong dimakannya. Kalau lontong pakai sate taichan. Lontong sate taichan aja tuh nggak cocok, guys. Gue makan lontong sate taichan aja tuh kurang ya, guys, ya. Lontong pakai gulai bisa. Kalau nggak pakai sate kambing, pakai kambing guling bisa. Gue makan lontong pakai sate taichan itu nggak cocok, nggak ada kuahnya, Cok. Tahu saya kan cuma sambal doang, pedes, Cok, jadi ya lontong pakai sambal, anjing.
Very calm 21-7 from Alfier, by the way. As his team finds himself 1 round away from taking a series lead.
Lontong topping ketupat, bang. Aduh, hati-hati banget, anjing.
Again, that's such good prep from FNATIC.
There's more. Durka. Second satchel connects.
Gila, dibantai, Cok, dibantai, anjir.
I mean, they were done. Unless Depp can pull off an insane. What's that, an ace just to keep the map alive?
1v5.
He's gotten 2.
And look, FNATIC slowed it down. They don't want to give it to him.
No, I wouldn't either.
I mean, just give it to him for content, no?
I don't think they want to have anything to do with it. Not going to happen. 13-5 in favor of FNATIC. And I mean, really,
Gila
as
dibantai,
much as you
guys.
could possibly ask for. What an
Lontong
opener for
Miyamin, gak
a team that's
ada
currently
Yontong
pushing
pakai
to win the triple
mie, jangan
crown
sesat
for the first time in
anjir.
Valorant history to look that clean at the beginning of a tournament. Boy, they just put the world on notice. If they weren't there already, that's a hell of a start.
That's a casual map 1 win here for their opener. And I think something that we've seen actually, oh my goodness, they almost fell off the stage. I think something we've seen from
Soto
FNATIC
pakai
is,
roti, Bang.
you know,
Lagi
in
soto
Tokyo,
pakai
they
roti,
had an
anjing.
insta-birth the playoffs. They had an instant
Lontong batagor
way
masih
to
bisa
fight
lah, lontong batagor
for
guys,
that
itu masih
crown.
oke
And
lah.
now here,
Karena kan
you know, they have
apa
to
sih
go
saus
through
batagor
group
kayak
stage,
saus
they have to
sate
deal with
kan.
what everybody else has to deal with. You were
Lontong
kind of
pakai tahu
wondering,
masih
okay,
oke lah. Pakai apa sih bumbu kacang enak banget, Cok.
It's the same thing, you know, the debuff that you have in some of these group stages.
Lontong
with
pizza,
some of the
lontong
best
bubur ayam,
teams in
sesat
the world.
banget kalian anjir.
Not at all.
No, not even close. I mean, they showed no
Lama
signs of
breaknya
being
jangan lama-lama
sluggish
dong.
or anything like that. Boaster almost
Jangan
into
lama-lama
ace
dong
in the second
breaknya,
round of the
ngantuk
game.
nih, nggak ngantuk sih, lapar
I
nih
mean,
pengen
when-
tidur guys.
That's when FNATIC is in their best form, is when they're fragging the way
Itu
that
pengen
they
tidur
are.
lagi
when
karena
they look
ngantuk
as good
biar nggak lapar guys, gue biar
from
nggak
perspective as they
makan.
do, and they're laughing about it. They're having fun with it.
Absolutely.
That's as bad as it gets.
Oh, and you know we're gonna have fun in the next map too.
Yeah.
Haven with Dirka on Jet for the first time since lock-in.
Wah iya,
You know, the
wah
initiation.
iya,
Yeah,
wah
exactly.
iya.
That's the type of thing that I've been waiting for so long. So quite excited.
Lontong
to
McD,
see
emang
what
lontong
comes
McD
up
ada
next.
guys. Aduh, McD enak juga ya.
It looked rough for
Malamnya
ZETA,
enak banget
but
makan McD kayaknya.
maybe somehow even
Lontong
in the face of
rendang
what you were
oke lah,
just
lontong rendang,
describing
guys.
with Dirka on Jet, maybe they managed to find their way through that. Maybe they find a way to get us to the
Jus
third map. We'll
lontong
find
nggak
out on
ada
the
jus
other side of
lontong
this
ya
break.
guys ya.
We'll
Ada
be
cak
right back.
lontong anjay. Aku makan cuma dikit banget hari ini guys, sumpah guys. I don't order MCD breakfast you kapan? I don't eat breakfast lah. Today is already today is a diet day. Ayo hari ini makan tadi cuma nasi sepiring kecil sama ayam 300 graman. Udah ayam dada. Sekarang Ay lapar banget nih. Pusing nih Ay. Untung tadi Ay pas turun, pas bangun tidur ada apa sih? Ada kue 2 biji Ay makan. Kayak brownies kecil. Jadi biar ada isinya. Kira dong. Dari BB 50, nggak 50 juga dong. 50 gue jadi tulang anjing. Apa ya target gue itu? Target gue 75 sih. Sekarang 85, 86. 10 kilo lagi lah, bisa lah. Kilo berapa bang? 167. Defisit kalori bang. Kayak Cio aja dong bang. Defisit kalori gua guys. Gua itu guys, sebelum gua diet itu, gua tuh makan itu bisa 2-3 kali guys ya. 2-3 kali porsi nasi. 2 kali lah. 2 kali lah guys. Anggaplah 2 kali lah ya. 2 kali porsi nasi yang lumayan banyak guys. Lumayan banyak guys ya. Lumayan banyak ya guys ya. Terus gue sadar gue udah gendut banget. Gue berubah dan gue mencoba ganti. Gue kurangin dulu. Jadi 1 kali makan tapi banyak. Ya guys ya. Kurangi 1 kali makan tapi banyak. Tapi nggak terlalu turun guys itu guys. Itu turunnya dikit banget. Karena gue makannya banyak banget cok. Akhirnya gue benar-benar gue turunin lagi guys. Sekali makan dikit lagi udah. Langsung turunnya cepet banget. Ngeng ke bawah. Terjun bebas. Ayo cuma makan sama mixed vegetable. Ayo makan nasi sih. Tapi nasinya nasi putih campur nasi beras biasa campur beras merah. Nasinya porsi sekarang gue dikit banget, seporsi doang. Ayamnya lumayan banyak tapi ayamnya gue banyakin. Terus ayamnya pakai bumbu dietnya yang TikTok. Udah nggak ada. Itu bumbu diet TikTok. Setahu gue itu garamnya porsi garamnya mah micenya dikit. Jadi kayak nggak mengikat air guys. Tuh benar tuh kata Gajo tuh, jangan lupa join Discord, mau send email, di situ ada forum workout dan tips defisit kalori untuk diet kalian. Jangan lupa join Discord ya guys ya. Discord.gg/garis-miring di motion email ya. Kerja 8 PM 4 PM works nggak bang? Kayaknya works juga sih sebenarnya. Cuman jangan terlalu banyak makannya guys. Ini kalau kalian nggak kuat makan sehari sekali, kalian 2 kali tapi dikitin porsinya berdikit. Nasinya mungkin cuma setengah piring. Lauk, ntar setengah piring sekali lagi gitu loh. Kadang gue kalau makan cuma sekali, gue kan gatal ya, pengen gula ya. Paling beli kopi lah satu lah guys, lagi pengen ya. Minum teh manis kemarin tuh. Udah bener tuh makannya sehari sekali karena diet, termasuk diet tambah fasting kan. Kalau fasting kan lebih cepet lagi guys. Apalagi gue olahraga guys. Gue tuh bangun tidur nih pasti jam 1-an tuh gue olahraga. Gue nge-gym 2 jam. Maksimal 2 jam. Dan lumayan berat, setnya lumayan berat. Setelah olahraga tuh kan lu makan. Setelah makan itu guys, otot-otot lu itu akan ngebakar lemak lagi. Karena setahu gue kalau lu ngangkat beban dalam 24 jam itu otot lu nggak berhenti ngebakar lemak. Ditambah lagi lu kalau makannya kurang, udah pasti ngebakar terus tuh lemak lu tuh. Tanpa buat otot sama bakar lemak. Jadi kayak bener-bener cepet turun ya gitu loh. Udah, gue bisa sih besok kayak 85 ini. Water fasting gue nggak saranin sih. Gue udah coba sehari nggak kuat gue. Lapar banget anjing. Harus makan tetap sih. Pernah belum bang? Coba sehari tanpa nasi. Pernah kok. Awal-awal gue pas makan dada ayam itu, gue makan dada ayam kan. Terus mak gue gak masak nasi, jadi gue gak makan nasi. Gue makan dada ayam doang. Ternyata dada ayam, cok. Dada ayam doang. Kalau susah gemuk, gue bingung sih. Soalnya banyak orang juga menurut gue ada genetik yang emang dari kecil tuh kurus guys, kurus. Tau gak sih? Bukan dari kecil sih, dari tipe badan kalian tuh kalian kurus krempeng. Jadi emang susah buat gendut sih. Gue tahu sih ada orang-orang kayak begitu ya guys ya. Berat awal berapa bang? Berat awal gue 98 kilo. Kalian kalau mau lihat gue segendut apa, lihat di vlog Bali gue ya guys. Itu gendut banget guys. Gue masih nyentuh nasi, Will. Gue tetap makan nasi. Apalagi kalau cheating nih gue udah pasti makan nasi. Kalau gue ada cheating dia lah, gue kalau misalnya pacaran sama Kak Korin, pergi makan sama Korin, gue pasti cheating. Makannya ya udah makan lah, nggak apa-apa lah. Hari ini kan gue mau libur, mau pergi gitu loh. Masa gue mau nahan gue nggak makan yang enak gitu loh. Temnya dikukus apa dipanggang bang? Apa dipanggang? Pakai panci, minyaknya dikit banget udah. Terus bumbunya sih, menurut gue sih bumbunya ngaruh sih guys. Kalau trampolin masih gendut bang. Gue sekarang udah berapa nih? Jauh banget cowok, gue udah gak ada perut anjing. Dulu kan perut gue gini ya, tau gak sih? Udah gak ada perut cowok tuh. Dada udah lebih maju kan. Kalau sekarang kalau dada lebih maju dari perut, berarti udah sukses dietnya. Kalau kamu diet BB-nya berapa? 98 kilo. Setelah diet dan nge-gym rutin selama 3 bulanan, sekarang udah 85 kilo dengan massa otot yang menaik ya. Gue tuh sekarang kalau nge-gym gue pede banget ngeliat kaca guys. Apalagi kalau tangannya dikeluarin gini lah, naikin terus nge-gym gitu kan, terus kayak kasih lihat otot gitu, kayak gue udah pede banget cok. Udah lumayan ngebentuk gitu badannya dalam 3 bulan. Kalau gue ya, kalau kalian mungkin 3 bulan sih ada lah, tapi nggak banyak sih perubahannya. Kebetulan genetik gue bagus, kata orang-orang tuh banyak yang bilang gen gue bagus. Jadi bisa cepat membentuk massa otot gitu loh guys. Kelihatan dagu kamu bang, tirus banget. Iya gue tuh kalau gendut tuh gue tuh pipinya gendut juga guys. Size baju nambah nggak? Sekarang size baju sempat nambah dari L ke XL. Tapi sekarang gue kalau pakai L muat. Gue balik lagi ke L. Cuman badan gue kan kalau nge-gym itu guys, kalau kalian dari gendut kalian nge-gym itu bakal bulky, ngerti nggak sih? Kayak bakal nggak kurus tapi tetap ngelebar. Jadi kayak size baju harusnya nggak turun-turun banget. Paling sekarang gue pakai baju L. Atau mentega bang, gue sih pakai minyak dikit sih. Minyak kalau bisa lagi olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, udah enak banget tuh. Pakai itu guys. Masak ayamnya enak banget dah, cakep. Temen saya gebuk gara-gara intisari. Aduh, saya udah nggak minum lagi guys. Kebetulan gue udah jarang banget minum alkohol guys. Alkohol gue tuh beberapa orangnya nggak suka alkohol cowok. Kayak ada kesempatan buat minum juga paling minumnya dikit. Ada pergi-pergi gitu guys, gue jarang. Semenjak nge-gym tuh pokoknya gue tuh bener-bener berubah guys. Semenjak nge-gym gue itu nggak minum alkohol lagi, nggak nge-vape lagi, nggak ngerokok. Vape kan hitungannya ngerokok ya. Lumayan bener-bener jadi sehat lah guys. Stamina yang biasanya gua kalau naik tangga. Tuh kalau misalnya dulu guys, gua pas gendut-gendut ya, gua turun tangga, gua mau kencing, mau ngambil minum, ngambil makan. Gua capek banget anjing. Sekarang gua kuat banget guys. Mau naik tangga, mau ngapain, mau kemana, mau naik gunung juga kayaknya kuat dah. Gua target pengen 75 sih. Kalau 75 sih gua 75 kayak bakal begini. Bakal hilang ini guys. Bakal hilang banget nih muka gua cok kalau 75 cok. Baju gue kayaknya kalau 75 bisa M lagi deh. Bisa ngambil medium lagi guys. Tapi nggak kurus banget sih ya, 75-nya yang nggak kurus banget. Sekarang BB berapa bang? Sekarang BB ku naik gunung beranjak e-sport capek pas awal-awal yoi. Duduk aja susah. Bener banget Will. Kalau lu obesitas, lu tuh kayak duduk aja tuh lu capek. Lu disuruh ngambil barang apapun capek, males sumpah. Kalau bulking gimana caranya bang? Bulking sih makan sebanyak-banyaknya guys ya, 3 hari sekali. Makanlah. Bentar, gua tuh terkurus dalam hidup gua. Gua bisa bilang ya, pas gua kerja dulu di hotel sama pas gua SMK itu gua 75-an. Gua nggak pernah 70, nyentuh 70, 73, 74 lah. Kayak 70 gue krempeng deh hitungannya. Kalian tulang gue tulang gede guys. Kalau kalian tahu sapi yang tulangnya tebel itu kayaknya gue deh guys. Tulang gue tulang besar guys. Jadi kalau misalnya gue di bawah 70 kayaknya nggak mungkin deh.
Division. I love Laz on the chamber, but I thought FNATIC did a great job of applying so much pressure to him, not allowing him to be comfortable on the defensive fracture.
Wah mungkin yang kurus banget itu guys. Gue feeling gue gak akan bisa kayak kurus begitu.
With this double initiator combo.
Badan gue tuh emang udah aslinya tebel.
Yeah, and you see the bringing out Sky on the the Sky on Crow. Excuse me, a little bit of a wordful there. But yeah, we talked about earlier about how
ganti sepeda statis bang, buset. Kayak Hui dong, kayak
with
Hui.
the double sentinel, they're complementing this with Sky on Crow, and just trying to enable these guys to get these first picks.
Both these controller agents as well picking into the Aster. We see a lot of back and forth depending on comfort on this map, but Boaster has always favored that, and Sugar Zero, when they've made runs happen before, it's when he's been on this agent. He can be so good as a side anchor.
Oh, well, we got the Jet
Kalau misalnya gue diet 5 hari guys, 2 harinya cheating, lu sama aja bohong ya?
Can't wait to jump into map 2.
Wih watch party kocak dia lagi live tau Wih.
Thank you so much, Insi. Yeah,
Ya
I'm
guys
pretty
ya,
excited to see how
sama
this plays
aja.
out as well.
Kayaknya gue ntar libur sama Kak Korin pengen makan sushi all you can eat deh.
And while it found
Ini enak
some
deh.
success on Fracture, this is a different beast, man. You've got the Jet, you've got really good art, you've also got the Sova for Leo that Yinsu was talking about.
Oh, that's a breach arm. I thought it was a band-aid next to Kron.
A Band-Aid. I think he's just getting beat up by Boaster.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is so interesting. Again, I mean,
guys,
to go on the same point.
kalau gua ini deh,
Leo
kita basket hari Minggu mau nggak guys, hari Minggu yang pada di Jakarta ikut ya.
That gets me about
Oke,
FNATIC is they don't
gua-
change anything, man. They've been
Tapi
running the same
kayak
comps
bayar
so
deh,
many
guys.
maps for so long, and
Pokoknya-
meanwhile everybody's trying to innovate. We've got
lapangannya
KJ
lumayan mahal.
Chamber on the other side here. A throwback to the
Welcome guys, game kedua, map kedua guys ya,
They
ZETA
got past it.
FNATIC.
Dude, they
Waduh,
thought they had a trap on him. They thought they had him stuck.
kasih. Mana bang, ini lagi ngecek ya, soalnya
It was just
ganti
a bit
tempat.
late.
Kemarin
And now
udah
off
dapat
that fault
tempat,
line,
cuman
Drunk is
tempatnya nggak
actually
bisa
the one who's gonna
ternyata, terus saya
establish
ganti
his
tempat deh
Oh my
sekarang.
goodness, how deep Boaster's gotten too. That's crazy.
And I don't know that Depp knows. They're so unaware. Yeah, they've taken care of Durka, but as you mentioned, Boaster's behind enemy lines, and there's no one to check him.
Yeah, and this is going to be the problem here. You need to get stall if you're going to go for a composition like this where you have double Sentinel, where you're going for a Gravwell nade inside of A lobby with the majority of your players.
Yeah.
Laz is going to be, I mean, if FNATIC gets these hits off, he's going to be rotating in this situation so frequently.
Yeah, this won't be fun. He's going to find himself in that position a lot. You know, to go back to the conversation we were having around FNATIC and how they don't really have to change their comps. And, you know, oftentimes when you see a team at the top, especially in a game like Valorant that's as volatile as it is, you go, oh, the rest of the pack is hot to trot, right? Like they're nipping at your heels, they're catching up to you. Art, it feels like, I don't think I've ever called you that on a broadcast before. I'm so sorry. It feels like they're so far ahead that they don't really have to worry about that quite yet. It just seems like there's such a big gap that they're tweaking the small things in their game.
No, for sure.
Nih guys, nih ntar gue sharing
For
guys ya.
example, the Harbor Viper lovers
Very good.
moving away from that, right, to try to find an edge in the meta instead. FNATIC are just improving on the comps that they play so often. I mean, this is a classic C hit we've seen from them over and over. And at this point, yeah, they can start not even showing some of the new stuff that they've been working on.
Yeah, and you know there's something there, right? You know the brain trust of Mini and Poster and everyone else on that staff. Anders too just recently
Ini emang bener udah beda kelas sih menurut gua guys. Beda kelas nggak sih guys? Beda kelas tim cok. Berat cok ini si FNATIC kuat banget guys. Ngelawan dia setengah mati nih. Mapnya FNATIC lagi nih Heaven cok. Menurut Ais ini berat sih ya.
Try to find some space. Crow does have a flash.
Kalau bangkit Senayan bang itu mahal banget anjing bisa miskin guys.
It seems like that's what their goal is here.
Leo's just using his gun as a molly there through that smoke. They can't get through garage at all. Remember on Fractures, ZETA did a pretty decent job on one of the anti-ecos, not the one where Boaster almost aced.
The other one.
Yeah. And here, FNATIC survive with 4 of their players alive. That usually isn't even a big deal, but that's where the snowball starts.
Yep.
That's where you get the same start you got on Fracture. What was it, like 6-0?
6-0, yeah.
Before ZETA got their first round?
Yeah, it starts in situations like this. Take a look at the buy for FNATIC. 3 rifles, 4 with the Bulldog. And then Boaster's Marshall. Oh, man.
Mario nggak tidur. Udah tidur guys dikit.
Always does that.
Menurut you, Paperrex sama Something bisa nggak menang melawan FNATIC? Bisa. Kemarin aja tuh kemarin tuh mungkin emang berat, tapi kemarin itu tanpa Something aja udah nendang gitu. Cuma dengan Something guys, yang M-starnya gila begitu guys.
Ooh, the smoke miss. Durka's normally supposed to be dashing up into that. I'm wondering if it's a miss or intentional. But that's the classic Durka pop. They're gonna tap the plant and re-rotate through
Nyala nih champion sama pakai yang baru ya.
Depp is in so much trouble, man.
Hari Minggu nih guys, basketan bareng ya guys ya. Jam 4 sampai jam 6 sore. Di Jakarta Barat.
He somehow gets a second as Boaster's timing.
Yeah, slow there.
Yeah, just a bit.
And that leaves him in a 3v4.
3v3 now. The potential of a bonus.
I mean, when did Boaster had the Ferrari peek to his arsenal? Come on, man.
We're talking about them getting better, right? Little things like that. Durka smoked off. Tucked behind the Astra smoke. Boaster falls. Leo falls too. It's going to be Durka in a 1v3 if he wants to win this round. And he's not going to pull it off. Laz is on the swing. ZETA are on the board and notably earlier than they were on Fracture.
Absolutely. Quickly in the anti-bonus. And they succeeded at that on that second half of Fracture.
Kalau sama Something mas, ini pas prime-nya juga menang bang.
Kayak juga sih. Quite a bit here. Again, FNATIC's going to easily be able to buy up. And here's where, you know, the trouble started for FNATIC. The aftershock.
Gue sih Bricos ya bang, bukan Bricos. Di Flex Rifles College. Kebon jeruk.
Not quite the round how FNATIC drew it up. And remember, that started from 2 different instances of FNATIC showing somewhere. They started with that B-pop and then going into garage. After tapping the spike and getting out util from ZETA. Very well handled. Oh, both stunned up. That dart, oh, almost got a ping off. That would have just killed them both.
Durka did get past some of that early utility that was dumped into main.
Here. Now look at this TP as well from Laz. Starting to see some of the tech come out.
Yeah.
And Boaster recalls the star, and that gives Laz the room to get out of there.
Bentar guys ya.
I think he saw it. Maybe
Bang, nggak bisa main basket. Nggak apa-apa guys, kalau mau olahraga kan nggak harus bisa main guys. Kita main have fun aja gitu. Sambil belajar bareng.
Again, allows Laz to reposition though.
Bang, rumahku udah kadikain loh bang, Kalimantan. Bang, cari rumah ke sini bang. Kalau rezeki lebih gitu. Harga rumah di situ berapa? Yang IKN ya, yang mau jadi pusat kota ya, iya kan?
50 seconds still for FNATIC.
Coba tanya dong, kamu tahu nggak harga rumah daerah sana?
Or is it somewhere else on the map right now?
They just removed the trip.
That was from up close, right?
Yeah.
Down sewers. A potential fake going on right now. Durka might try to catch Laz.
Mau datang ya bang nanti. Siap Gilang. Datang. Kita basketan bareng cok. Paling kalau PT 25 sampai 30-an kok.
No, but it did have them get off of their initial position.
Tidak 25-30-an guys, nggak akan mahal banget posisi sama gue guys. Soalnya ini kan kita bahasnya si ini kan apa? Yang ngajakin gue bahasa ini si apa namanya si Rina, si Jason. Dia pun nombok katanya mau nombok lebihan, nggak apa-apa. Gue pun juga nggak apa-apa sih nombok lebihan. It's okay.
Spike down
Biar
just
kain rame
in the
datang,
nick of
Cok.
time.
If he got that kill, it would have ended the round. And now instead, they have post-plant positions to play from.
You wonder here if that flash had gone a different way, what position we'd be in, but FNATIC with the
300
advantage.
jutaan udah dapat di kain. Emang iya?
Time on their side.
Bagus kan 300 juta ukuran berapa anjir?
Yeah, the aftershock's gonna pull him off, but he did get halfway there. Chronicle has fallen. 3v2 in favor of ZETA. Alfir and Leo still up, still trying to make something
gila,
happen,
Las.
but it's Laz who cleans it up. ZETA tie us at 2.
And this is the first round all series that I really think ZETA had a
Tapi di
good read on the
300 itu
situation
dapat
the
rumah
entire
kecil
time.
minimalis. Tapi di pusat
That's
kota lah
twice
itu.
now, I would say, actually.
Kalau pusat kota oke lah.
Handling that B fake into the C hit last round, and now this C fake and this A hit.
Wow.
FNATIC throwing it all at them. And despite some mistakes there from ZETA, I mean, it would have been round over if that team flash didn't come through from heaven on the Laz.
Yep.
He still makes it work, though.
300 juta bagus bang,
Nobody
sampingnya
from
langsung
FNATIC
habitat macan,
following up
kurang
because there's
ajar.
just not that many bodies in that A hit, since everybody else is on the rest of the map. And the first
Pusat
eco
kota
for
IKN-nya gitu loh.
all
Kalau
series
masih
long.
murah bisa beli sih
Crazy to
menurut gue sih
And
kalau
it's
punya
still
uang.
kind of strong too. There's weapons here. There's a Vandal for Leo.
Gue cek
There's
ya.
fight behind this one. Showstopper from 10. Durka
he's dead
tries to
anyway.
get up top. No way!
Are you kidding me?
How does he dodge that?
Dual.
I mean, 10 still got his.
That thing must have gone through the door, not done any damage to him at all. And it's crazy that nobody else
Kain di
died
mana sih
there.
daerahnya, Cok?
You thought for sure full attention was on Durka instead. Now we're in such a weird situation. At least 10 was able to get Boaster with the nade as he fell to his sheriff. And FNATIC without their leader right now. Gonna just post up and hit this A side anyways. No smokes.
Anjir,
Game's easier this way to call
dijual
for a
lahan
nine, you're dead.
25 kali 200 meter.
Angel method doesn't
Gede
apply
amat
to
anjing.
everybody here.
We'll see if that's the case in this round.
1,6 M.
Crow spamming through the smokes. Durka's about to pop out on the other side. Finds one with the Guardian, but Depp is there on the counter.
I mean, that space for this plant to go down, that's
Rumah
space
apa mansion
for
itu
the
guys?
Rolling Thunder, but they've got the lockdown to fall into. And there's no more tools here to break that, so. Oh, and they're falling into Laz. Oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah, they've got to go all the way out. I mean, there's a little bit of an angle.
Gila las bro.
And the Gravo coming in too. Leo's in trouble.
Oh, well, I didn't know if he'd expect the second, but the bait of the Sheriff thrown in his lap is going to give it
There's
away.
a dart in
Meanwhile,
the spot.
Sugar Zero tried getting it to half, wasn't able to stick through. Leo's dropped. It's all into Alpha. and he
Gila
was stuck
Zeta
the
guys, Zeta
entire
marah
time.
guys. Bang, Skyrimmu nggak ada lanjutin
You
bang.
have to say, though,
Bang
despite the
Djaja
fact
bareng
that
aja
Zeta
lah.
win this
Gue kurang
round,
suka mekaniknya kalau nggak dikasih mod,
They
Cok.
had to spend some key ults there that would have been crucial against FNATIC's guns. Either way, though, I think FNATIC had a massive chance there, so Zeta in damage control is okay. Yeah, it did go through that
Yeah.
door.
That's just crazy.
But everything else working out for them. I mean, that lockdown comes in at the perfect time, and it pushes them right into Laz's flank. Who expects the flanking
Gila
chamber
panas
with the
banget
brute
mereka, Cok,
force.
anjing. Nice banget sih.
The classic.
Big stack of ults here, though, from
Game 4
FNATIC.
ulti nih harusnya Fnatic menang sih.
And they're going for the C hit instantly. Look at this. All grouped up, ready to go.
Para Grounded di channel Bang Djaja. Grounded seru sih guys, cuman udah bosan
Got
sih.
the money for it, but
Kalau
Fnatic
dimainkan
headed
lagi
all to
walaupun
the
udah
C,
update,
right?
tapi
Durka's
kayak
on
udah
the
nggak ada
dash out,
tujuannya gitu
Blades
loh guys.
online, and he's instantly dropped. I mean, Depp just peeked out from behind that smoke with nothing behind it.
It's crazy to me that they're executing there without a stun from Chronicle. He's able to use it after he's out.
Ya juga ya.
Cosmic Divide's going to allow them to
Ini
get
stunnya
off
setelah
site.
dia kelar guys.
Oh. On that Rolling Thunder. Surprising.
Ultiin apa begitu ya? Ulti buat ngetahan apa gimana tuh?
Zeta back, push them behind
I
that
need to see-
Cosmic Divide once more.
The Sugar Zero, he just got a smoke back so they could smoke off the spike here. This is still going to be
Moga-moga
really
ya kalau misalnya
dangerous
emang
for
beneran ini
FNATIC.
sih,
They
siapa
all
tahu kita
fell
bisa
off except
pindah
for
ke
Alpha
IKN
here.
guys.
You've got Leo with the Hunter's
Dengan
Fury.
rumah yang
You've
lebih
got
bagus,
Boaster
siapa
who just
yang
put a
tahu ya.
star on the spike too.
They're going to let him get to half here?
No,
He got off.
just barely.
Just got pulled.
A dart. Leo with the Hunter's Fury, as we mentioned, he had a shock to it.
The
Alpier
flag!
was on the pinch. He
Oh,
gets
no.
two. He gets the third.
Gila,
Leo gets the last,
rata,
and that's a round
guys.
for Fnatic.
And look at the Sentinel utility right now. You see the alarm bot in Garage. There's a
Tambah
shrimp
hiburan,
in
anjir.
Garage,
Nggak
and
gitu
there's a
juga lah,
turret in
ee.
B. Alfier's able to dodge it all as the KJ is the first pick. Depp fell instantly in this situation. And that allows Alfier to go up through Garage, avoid the turret that's not active. and find the one place where he can sneak his
Akhir
way through.
IKN
That's
bakal jadi
ridiculous.
bang. Apa nggak tahu? Harusnya jadi sih guys. Nggak mungkin negara udah mempersiapkan tahunnya nggak jadi. Lucu juga dong.
Has been the guy who's been playing Jet for ZETA throughout Pacific, throughout LCQ as well.
7 HP anjing.
And he's not unfamiliar with the KJ role, but such a shift from ZETA since LCQ.
Mekarta mah beda guys. IKN kan ibu kota kan ya secara gitu loh.
10 trying to hold him back with the Sheriff as Durka, slips the net. Seems like they're going to want to regress. Meanwhile, ZETA are taking the space that's been afforded to them.
FNATIC besok jam 2 pagi ya.
Alfir, key timing there. He just pulled away his turret right as they walk down. So you could put it. Is he really going to invest lockdown here?
He's considering it. You see the dart, you see the
Wah,
flash,
di flank
intended
lagi,
to
anjing.
conceal the info gathering tool that's there. The alarm bot gives him away.
Oh,
They're going to
all
turn
here.
it, they're going to fight. But Leo's the first to fall. I mean, they have bit off perhaps a bit too much here, but they continue to trample forward. Durka caught, looking the wrong way. Creating so much space for ZETA to take, but they're resetting, they're taking a step back.
All coming in from spawn now. And that's
IKN tuh
uncertainty,
ibu
although
kota
Alfir did
negara
get
ya
that
guys ya.
turret up, so they kind of know what's going on in this situation.
I like this from ZETA though. They took a step back to allow Crow to heal him all the way back up and take the fight once more. But is that going to be enough? Death has already fallen. Oh my gosh, it's not. 10's going to have to 1v3 this to win the round. And with 20 HP.
Jelek banget sih Boster posisi sebenarnya guys.
Oh, so well done from Boster.
I mean, look at those smokes, man. Paving his way out and paving his way right back in. You see him creeping on the other side of his smoke. 10's on the tap. He was wise to it, but it's not gotten to half yet. He still has so much he needs to do. It's just a bait. It's just a fake. It's going to buy some time. No idea where Alfir was. And the round for FNATIC.
Bahas sorot aja. Gue lagi lapar. Jangan bahas makanan dong guys.
As the final player, when you see Boster put both smokes down and continue to play in them, you can tell he's, if you're the last player from ZETA there, you're not really quite sure how the rest of the players are playing. You think he's coming from long, given how Boster's scared to leave short in that instance. It's crazy to me. He's just fighting right now. Gets that double tap right here on the Crow and Laz. It's ridiculous.
Lagi makan nasi
And the thing
kucing
is,
mah
he
enak
has 2
banget ya.
stars there. Nothing is smoked. He's happy to take those engagements against the light buy of ZETA.
Dia suka Swike, nggak suka banget Swike anjir. Swike itu apa sih Swike?
That's what happens when you're calling audibles to retake after going
Swike itu
for
apa sih Swike? Swike itu kodok ya?
flank in the mid round.
Yeah.
Split coming in here, avoiding the op of Laz as well.
Oh kodok ya, kodok. Nggak, tapi kalau kodok kok kurang. Gue biasa aja. Biasa aja guys.
So they've already rotated everyone with the exception of Laz. But they're not going to flood.
Yeah, Alfir active there.
Kayaknya ini deh, kayaknya biasa aja. Gue jarang makan Swike guys. Malas soal tulangnya ribet. Makan Swike tulangnya tuh banyak.
This is a spam game and
Gila, Fajar panas banget anjir.
He's just that good.
Alfajar lagi panas banget guys, lihat guys. Ai sih ngeri liat Alfajar ya. Kalau Ai liat Alfajar begitu sih, Ai mending mundur ya.
Have to deal with the dart first, cleared out. Alfir once again on the flank. Timing of it's going to be everything, but the truth is, I don't know that ZETA are going to be able to really find enough space to get out onto the site for the flank to even matter. And even if they do, they're pushing right into the teeth of FNATIC, into everything they have set up. Yeah, Laz gets one is a complimentary gift, I guess.
He's behind him.
Laz is ready for it. Oh, he was so close. Does he push? Does he dare swing out? Yes, he does. Off of the flash from Chronicle. The op is down.
That flash is through B into their spawn. It's just ridiculous from Chronicle.
What?
That synergy is insane. This is crazy because Alfir twice trying to spam through garage at that first point. One of the kills actually went for Sugar Zero on that engagement. I think it was actually favored for the ZETA players. But then he's hidden behind the box. They know where he is, and he still gets the kill.
Yeah.
What can you do? It's the Tokyo form from Alfir where it's like,
now
this guy, he just runs through smokes and kills 2 as Cypher. Yeah, okay. Let him have it.
I don't remember exactly what his final stat line was on the other side of Fracture, but he's already
live ML nggak? Kayaknya sih ya deh. Soalnya mau review skin Kagura ya.
The Sentinel for FNATIC, 10-3 on the attacking side of Haven.
Maksudnya aku bawa Swike ya. Beneran nggak
You
gila?
expect him to have big numbers performance on the defensive side, given his
Kota
kit,
Temat
given
berapa
his
per
role.
timbang? 2 per match, per map.
Yeah. I think you said it was a
Kalau
quiet,
nggak
like
overtime.
20 bomb or something like that on
Yeah.
Fracture at some point during that game. This one doesn't feel like that anymore.
No,
All right,
no,
there's
not at all.
clear, memorable moments, and I think they've actually needed it here because ZETA's putting up a much better fight than on Fracture. I think we're still thinking about that narrative that the desk was talking about.
Tidur bang
We're
tadi
dead
udah
in
sebenarnya guys.
any
Cuman
of those
game
initial
ketiga
first kills.
kurang si EG soalnya kan.
Fracture 0-6
Gue kurang
on that
pengen
one.
nobarin
As
si
the
EG
Neon
sama
brutal
FUT
style
lagi ya.
He's definitely much better on the
Biasa
raise.
banget gitu loh. Nggak begitu
His
menarik.
form at LCQ was crazy. He was so good individually. It's just the
Simulator OP
decision
kapan
making
bang? Iya ini belum sempet lagi guys.
For
Besok
him.
kali ya besok. Tadi tuh gue pengen live
See if
lagi
he can
cuman
step
ngantuk
it up.
tadi guys.
This is just
What?
a Headhunter. What?
I'm curious how Durka did that jumpy because he was super high and he still got taken out. I think he jumped off the little hay bale.
It looked like it hit him in the
Las
shoulder.
ngeri colas lo. Lihat lah.
Just chamber
Kan
things.
palanya
Yeah,
ini.
I guess. I was concerned too. I mean, Laz was by himself, and yeah, he had the TP to get out, but yeah, I guess that's
Besok
exactly what he
Fnatic
needed.
lawan
It was all he
BLG kan
really
bang. Beli-beli ya benar-benar.
had in that instance. Meanwhile, for Fnatic, you see
Harusnya sih
how they're
udah
posted
pasti.
up right now.
Kena itu.
That's beautiful from
Yep.
Alfier. It doesn't actually take it down though, because it's on top of the box.
Yeah, but I was wondering too, they were expecting aggression from Long, and that's where you see Alfier getting a little bit of it, but it was actually Chronicle who was waiting for that, waiting for Laz to take that space, and it never came.
I mean, when
Sekarang
you
tuh jarang pakai sniper sih, lebih ke killjoy. Killjoy tuh enak guys.
peek both sides of B like that for free. You're easily picking off rotates. I'm surprised
Viewer
Sugar Zero's
champion
not
tahun ini
placing
karena
out
pengen
stars
rendah bang.
there.
Soalnya tuh guys, gua
But he has
ya
so
paling
many
rendah dari tahun
RE3
lalu.
plays, so you can't
Karena
really dynamically
gitu loh
help.
guys, champion
Here's the grab well though.
emang turnamennya tuh
Remember, Vader
bergengsi
on this
banget,
side
tapi
by here, and you've got
penonton
the Marty
Asianya tuh
beginning
juga
to
gede
crumble.
guys.
Sugar Zero's the only
Walaupun
one on the
penonton
other side
Amerikanya
of the
gede,
door.
gue tahu.
They've already lost
Tapi
seed.
penonton
This
Asia juga
moment
gede
in
guys.
check-in,
Aslinya
it's
kalau jam
so
segini ya
sus.
tiduran.
Oh no. You're absolutely right, it was. But now it's up, now they know. And this may be pulled off. Sugar Zero and
Anjing,
Jeff are
nggak
the
kena
only
itu.
ones up, and they are. They're gonna pull it off with a light buy. With less than ideal weaponry, a MasterCard Thrifty to come through for ZETA.
RRQ kenapa? RRQ nggak
I
kenapa-napa
mean,
sih.
just genius from
Cuma
Sugar
kalah aja.
Zero. That's the type of thing that we know and love from this guy on the international stage. So often you see plays like that. I mean, I call it sus because I knew what's going on, but that's actually just a wow.
What?
This is a pretty normal smoke on Garage,
Dude,
actually.
You know what's crazy too is they spammed it. They checked him.
Yeah. Just unlucky.
That's just so frustrating as a player.
Bayangin guys, viewers terbesar itu guys, Valorant itu Jepang. Satu ya Jepang. Apa ya? Jepang, Thailand. Jepang, Thailand tuh gede guys viewersnya guys. Jepang, Thailand, Indonesia nggak gitu gede lah. Saya bisa ngomong itu lah. Indonesia Valorant tuh nggak gitu gede viewersnya. Tapi bayangin kalau digabung tuh 3 negara Asia Pasifik lah digabung. Tapi jamnya jam tidur. Ya sepi lah yang nonton guys.
Yep. You mentioned it. He's in form. Man, is he in form. Those Seekers are going to be pulling in
Jepang
right
gede banget
behind
Valorant
them,
nih, Cok,
but
sumpah.
Fnatic should have a lot of room to work on C.
Itu 100 ribuan juga kan kalau setahu gua.
It took a lot of time to
YouTuber
clear
Jepang
Durka
nggak ada
there, but
ya.
still quickly
Gua
doing
belajar
it
bahasa
before
Jepang
the
kali ya.
spike
Terus
goes
main
down.
Valorant kali ya. Kayaknya gua laku deh ke Jepang guys.
Actually, to try to find Durka.
Ya nggak sih?
Instead,
Watashi wa no
Yeah,
chamber.
there are still two on site.
Chamberu.
But it was blind. They had
Oh,
no
namae
idea.
wa riodjajabusiness.
I don't know, you're expecting both
Ya,
of them
darah
up
guys,
here on the
segala
other side of the
mas.
cosmic divide where you are, where you're posted up, but 10 was. He was ready. It's all down to Alfier and Leo, and they're
my gosh.
investing everything.
Jepang
into
setahu gua juga
this. On the other
penonton
side of
Valornya
the
gede
wall,
guys.
Alfier clothesline. Leo dropped as well. Depth with 3, and ZETA are going to tie us up.
what an interesting decision, but I mean, crazy mind games going on there with the ults. I mean, Fnatic already expecting it. That's why they have 2 players on site still. That's why
Jam dulu
Chronicle and
100
Boaster
bang.
posted up backside.
Cukup tidur kah?
Knowing
Cukup,
they
cukup.
can't play full.
Jangan mah
retake
cukup
from long,
INU aja.
or post plant from long. And it hurts them,
Watashi
though,
wa.
because
Coba
the
ya.
Raze
Gua
will
tuh
come
dulu
through, and
sekolah
then you
ada
really
bahasa
don't
Jepang
have
ya
the
guys.
tools if you
Watashi
lose
wa
those
no
fights
namae
back.
wa
I mean,
ryodesu.
it's kind of all in
Yoroshiku
there.
onegaishimasu.
So Alfier comes up with a
Watashi
pretty
no.
creative way to try to challenge, but not quite
Tabe
enough.
mo
Also
no
credit to
no.
Leo as well. And ZETA to actually be on top of Leo, swinging through that wall so fast
Watashi
and
wa
proactively.
JKT48 Suki
We're all
desu.
tied up still here.
Certainly not what I was expecting to say given the situation, but Sugar Zero once again playing in the smokes, and this time Leo's not missing that spam.
I mean, he's so good. They got the lockdown out with 1:30 on the
Yeah.
clock.
I mean, so far ahead of schedule. Such a reactive
Lu mirip ketua mafia Jepang
pull of the
anjing.
trigger from ZETA.
I mean, they definitely didn't want that spike to go down. They didn't want to retake. They didn't have the tools for it, I guess, in this instance. They've been relying a lot on some ults when they actually win those C retakes. But not all the time. And the
Oke
Dirk
bang.
still looks active.
Mana ada lu jangan sesat anjing Arya. Gak ada ya
He
kamu
doesn't have
begitu
the
gitu
dash
ya.
or updraft, as he already went for that C execute, so
Sesat kamu ya, jangan ngomong sembarangan Arya ya.
can't deny the plant still.
Cool idea, nonetheless. Fault line to clears for Durka to fight, take some space.
Oh,
the teleport cleared out.
That's interesting. That teleport should tell you exactly what Laz is doing, so Alfir should be ready for the peak.
Kau bisa berpikir seperti itu sih.
Expecting some aggression from C-Link. Meanwhile, Depp is going to try
Fun
to
fact,
take
dulu
some space
nyokap
to
gue
go
tuh di
north and
Jepang
look
tau
at
guys. Pas gue SMA itu
such a
nyokap
good
gue nyari
spot.
uang kan. Nyokap gue tuh di Jepang, Cok.
In a position to spoil. While 10 creeps forward, and there it is. There's the spoiler play. They're going to invest Rolling Thunder, and it doesn't seem like they're going to push behind it because they don't really have to.
Yeah. I mean, Boaster was up close with the judge. They spent so much time to, you know, cautiously take him out, but it didn't really even matter if he went down.
Gil ngeflank mulu. Ya ngeflank emang sentinel sih biasa sih.
On any of the swings that happened.
Ini biar cepet. Emang beneran guys, nyokap gue dulu tuh di Jepang. Berapa guys? Ada 8 tahun kali. Dari jari gue kecil, dari gue SD. Dari gue SD sampai ke gue hampir kerja, kuliah deh kalau nggak salah guys. Gue nggak kuliah ya. Maksudnya kayak sampai umur 20-an tuh nyokap gue baru balik dari SMP.
Yeah, but I don't think you can really drop there. Yeah, 2.7K. So taking one weapon out there at the end. It's not the op, sure, but going this last round, yeah, you're gonna have to have like a judge
dari
investment
Paperrex
here.
menurut gue bilang via lawan FNATIC. Tergantung mapnya sih kemarin sih.
It's been a close game.
Dan kemarin kan Paperrex kan kemarin jauh skornya gara-gara emang bukan squad utama gitu loh, ngelawan tim yang emang kuat banget gitu guys. Lu kenapa nggak ikut nyokap lu ya? Mahal lah kalau bawa anak ke Jepang anjir, kan kerja ke Jepang guys. Jadi imigran, you know imigran.
And after that shot, it's crazy.
Gue nggak kuliah guys, gue tuh nggak ada ijazah kuliah coy.
Look at that defensive setup. All that killjoy utility for ZETA towards A.
Jadi imbang nih, iya. Atau sih coba kita lihat dulu guys, ganti defender gimana kita lihat ya. Oke, attackernya emang susah nih, karena dia satu duelis kan si siapa? Di FNATIC. Pas udah defender gue nggak tahu mungkin kuat ya. Dia 3 res kurang bang. Nggak kurang sebenarnya guys, tapi emang beda aja playstyle-nya. Di saat lu ketemu tim-tim yang masih bisa lu tahan, 3 res masih nendang. Tapi kalau udah ketemu tim-tim yang powernya kenceng, strasnya ada. Sedangkan Paperrex main dengan tidak dengan strat utama, ya pasti susah gitu loh.
There it is. Now the Hunter's Fury out. You see an assist for both.
That's all that KJ util down.
I mean, it's all gone. It's still littering the site, but it's completely ineffective. Sugar Zero ahead of it, trying to make a play, and he does on a Chronicle. The Spike sitting on the ground now as Leo tries to fill behind it. ZETA trying to keep FNATIC back, and so far, so good. But Alphayear again.
Leo got the spike too. He's out of there.
The question is, how far up does Alphayear go? He's picked up the op, and they're going to go C? Alphayear still has 2 nanos.
This is pretty awesome here, though. He's on that long angle. And now...
No way.
That dog should have heard him fall back there, but look at the flank as well coming in. Leo does get a spawn plant. It's not the best spawn plant, but it is definitely one. Alphayear can peek that from that little corner.
Leo's dart just came up. Patience here. There is a member playing down long at Sugar Zero, and you're right, there it is, the op, the peek out. Oof! That flick just a bit short.
Oh, the 2 mollies you were mentioning too coming into effect right now.
He still has a dart, he's still holding it. He knows where one is, but no real idea of where the other is now. Position given away. Oh gosh, Crow can pull this off. 2 bullets, so is it gonna be enough? Leo repositioning, playing up in plat. Time is short. He's gotten it down to 1. He's gonna push forward with the shorty. Leo lands the shots. 7 for FNATIC in the Red Bull clutch.
It's perfectly played from the 2 of them. As we head into halftime, this is just crazy from Alphayear and Leo. What a 1v2. And the timing there, Sugar Zero's desperately trying to get onto half as he jumps through that short.
I just needed to, that was, you're right. Hail Mary in a position like that, and you can see Leo's expression, or well, the lack thereof, in a close moment like that, pulling that off. That gets FNATIC to a 7-5 lead, and we've got a little special something standing by. That's Golden Boy, who's actually going to pick the brains of a fan in the crowd.
Golden Boy, take it away. Bisa kah bang? Bisa lah.
Thank you so much, fellas.
Guys, dunia kerja itu guys, nggak selamanya ijazah jadi nomor satu buat perekrutan. Dunia kerja itu sometimes you just need experience, teman-teman. Lu cuma butuh, you cuma butuh pengalaman kerja. You udah pernah, misalnya lu udah pernah training di hotel ini, udah pernah training di restoran ini. You punya kredibilitas yang bagus di setiap restoran dan tempat-tempat hotel. Cukup itu anjir. Orang-orang misalnya HRD itu telepon atasan you yang di hotel-hotel lama. Di Rio kerjanya gimana? Kerjanya bagus dulu kayak gini, makanya lu kerja yang bagus. Lu gak masalah ijazah. Kalau gue sih enggak. Gue sih orangnya anti banget ya orang ngomongin. Lu mau jadi manajer, S1 dulu anjing. Karena ada gitu guys anjing. Kalau lu pinter, lu jago, you have experience ya lu jadi manajer anjir. Lu gak perlu ijazah jadi manajer. Gue di umur gue guys, gue di jangan gue ya. Itu kalau di umur berapa ya kemarin ya? Itu udah kerja itu di umur 17 ya. 18 tahun udah kerja di hotel. Sedangkan misalnya you kuliah perhotelan, you lulus umur berapa? 18, 19, 20, 21 you baru lulus ya. Punya ijazah, misalnya S1 atau D3 ya, D3 ya. Ya nggak sih?
Oh, that is okay. We didn't know.
Punya S1 D3 gitu. Ya kan?
Alright, well that's awesome.
You masuk kerja, you lamar kerjaan di umur segitu. Dibandingkan yang udah kerja 3 tahun di bidang itu. Coba guys. Pilih yang mana orang? Bos pilih yang mana? Ijazah buat kayak dokter ya. Iyalah, dokter mah masa nggak pakai ijazah? Kocak. Itu beda guys, ada beberapa yang beda, Cok. Beda cerita, Cok, kalau misalnya spesialis gitu guys, kayak misalnya kontraktor. Kontraktor yang apa sih bilangnya tuh orang tuh? Project apa sih yang orang suka bikin desainer. Nggak mungkin lu nggak kuliah lah kalau itu beda cerita anjir. Tapi kalau misalnya kerja yang kerja hotel, kerja apa lagi guys? Kerja yang misalnya lu akuntan. Gue rasa akuntan kalau lu punya pengalaman akuntan 3 tahun juga nggak punya ijazah bisa aja keterima.
So right now, Boasters might have a clean peek on the Crow, who's going to be the last player in. He has the spike, guys.
Meanwhile, FNATIC have everything. If they get suspicion of where they are, Chronicle can drop a fault
line. Tapi nggak punya pengalaman. Nah, guys, banyak orang ya guys. You semua ini udah kuliah capek-capek. Pas lamar kerja ditolak. Kenapa? Lu nggak punya pengalaman. Dibandingkan gua yang, gua nggak punya ijazah, tapi gua punya pengalaman kerja 4 tahun dan kredibilitas AI bagus gitu loh. Selama 4 tahun kerja, bos AI itu suka sama AI gitu. Nggak tahu kan? SMK tuh udah siap kerja nggak sih? Siap banget jelas SMK. Apalagi SMK sekarang udah dididik buat siap kerja, Cok. Cuma menurut AI, kalau you punya uang lebih, you kuliah lah. You diberkati oleh orang tua yang bisa menguliahkan you kuliah. Kenapa? Karena kuliah, kalau menurut AI, kuliah itu bukan soal pelajaran ilmu, bukan pengalaman, tapi you bakal ketemu orang-orang yang mungkin nanti bakal bantu you di masa depan nanti. Misalnya ketemu koneksi you ketemu anak bos apa, ketemu nanti pas masa depannya dia jualan apa, itu ada, maksudnya kayak itu pasti ada suatu saat dimana lu merasa dia ini kalau nggak kenal pas kuliah, gue nggak sampai jadi sekarang gitu loh. Ada beberapa titik terus kayak gitu guys. Menurut gue sih kuliah itu kalau punya rezeki kuliah lah. Kalau nggak punya nggak usah, nggak apa-apa. Menurut gue kuliah itu nggak nambah ilmu nambah, cuman lebih pengalaman nambah dikit, tapi lebih ke koneksi menurut gue. Kalau gue kebetulan pas gue tuh nggak diberkati rezeki buat kuliah. Tapi ya gue tetap bersyukur, gue masih bisa rajin kerja, gue masih bisa belajar dari pekerjaan. Gue nggak bisa ini, gue pas kerja gue belajar jadi bisa. Gue nggak bisa buka wine. Pas belajar gue kerja buka wine. Gue nggak bisa
does have a little bit of a
Sama lagi ya?
stinger. Woo, almost hit the
Zaman kerja
transfer,
gue nggak bisa
almost gets a
jadi
second.
supervisor dong, jelas dong.
So
Gue
wouldn't
nggak
have been
kuliah
enough.
buat jadi supervisor. Gue belajar tentang pengalaman jadi supervisor, nge-handle schedule, nge-handle orderan buat restoran segala macam. Gue belajar semua. Dia jadi supervisor gitu loh.
See what they choose to do because at this point they need to get back in this.
Dari beasiswa aja bang yang nggak berkali rezeki. Gua kalau sama pemeriksaan sama beasiswa, biasa pun di uni swasta. Nah bisa juga kalau kalian rajin dan kalian diberkati dengan otak yang encer, yang rajin ya guys ya, beasiswa bagus. Kalau gua waktu itu lumayan encer tapi gua mager orang yang malesan.
Not even a stinger bot, just sheriff's light armor for ZETA.
Oh di hotel sebenarnya gue kalau misalnya gue kayak jadi youtuber ya, gue rasa gue di titik ini mungkin di umur gue segini gue udah manajer sih harusnya sih guys. Gue waktu itu pas gue keluar tuh gue udah supervisor, itu umur 25. Itu pun udah mau naik pangkat pas gue keluar guys, harusnya guys. Gue berasa tuh pas gue keluar itu momen gue harusnya bisa asisten manajer. Kalau sekarang sih harusnya udah manajer sih.
And now Crow actually popped his seeker, so holy shock.
Lu nyesel nggak bang? Enggak sih, Aing nggak nyesel sih.
Aftershock as well to deny the
Pengalaman itu nggak pernah menjadi penyesalan guys ya. Pengalaman itu menjadi daya pikir buat belajar lebih, buat punya kalian lebih guys. Suatu saat nanti mungkin gua berpikir kalau misalnya gua kerja di YouTube udah sepi, gua nggak ada kerjaan masuk lain, gua kerja di hotel lagi. Why not?
Oh my gosh, what a shot. Leo joining in on the action as well, and it all falls down to one sheriff with how promising it looked.
Gila, nanti sering banget.
Leo is constantly bailing them out, man. I mean,
Plan bego tapi lulus kuliah itu hoki nggak bang? Gak hoki sih, lu kan artis walaupun lu bego tapi lu udah mencoba kan untuk lulus.
And this game, it comes down a lot to that individual level.
Kaget dia anjir.
19-6. Derka meanwhile 6-13. Adds a little contribution to this round, but it's all Leo this half.
Poor guy's probably never gonna play Jet again.
Lu kenapa cabut bang? Kurang kah? Ada masalah guys di tempat kerja yang terakhir guys ya. Bukan cabut sebenarnya sih, ada masalah aja. Jadi ya mau nggak mau harus keluar.
Late timeout called from ZETA Division. They're down 5 rounds
here.
Here.
Tapi kebetulan pas keluar ada jalan baru gitu loh. Ada yang ajakin belajar YouTube, Bang Winda, collab-collab. Akhirnya jadi YouTuber.
It's been far from nice, to be honest.
I mean, scoreline might end up being the same at the end of it.
Buatlah jalan-jalan menuju puncak sendiri kalian ya guys. Gue pun sampai sekarang masih mencari jalan gue guys. Kalau gue udah nikmat hidup itu, gue titik di mana gue pun merasa gue belum mencapai di titik. Gue cukup segalanya gitu. Gue cukup. Gue pengen. Gue bisa merit. Gue ini. Gue belum bisa cok. Masih mencari titik itu juga guys. Mencari titik itu guys. Titik gue bisa punya yang kecukupan buat bisa merit, bisa menghidupi keluarga, bisa bagikan orang tua itu belum. Nanti lah mungkin guys ya. 1-2 tahun ke depan mungkin bisa lagi mencoba kan. Merit bang, secepatnya guys. Kalau misalnya udah rezeki, jodohnya udah siap, why not?
Because FNATIC multiple times now they've run down mid, they've run down A lobby, and they're not able to punish the players who are doing some things like that.
Ayo kalau merit bang. Kalau ayo merit, ayo ngundang kalian semua. Ayo, you mau ngasih ampau berapa? Mau ngasih uang merit berapa? Ayo hitungin dulu ya biar meritnya ayo untung.
Derka's already so far up, and again, the fault line has not been invested. It's off
bisa lihat posisi musuh nggak bisa dong.
That he finds just a little bit of space, but it seems like Lad.
Try ult from
He doesn't know.
Oh, the spam, bro!
How did he
traded
know?
back? Nothing found.
Nah,
Only one tag to last. Crow's gonna heal him right back up. That is such a good read from ZETA there. I wonder if Derka showed his gun.
Orang mau merit dicek dulu tamunya mau ngasih berapa. Jadi biar untung gitu loh. Biar makanannya nggak rugi. Muslimnya udah maju ya sekarang bang. Puji Tuhan lumayan lah. Tapi masih dalam proses ya. Gue pengen banget kan bisa collab sama JKT48 cok. Motion image JKT48. Wah gila sih guys. Iya.
Deb's waiting on the other side. Less patient, but what a flick. Snappy out from the Sentinel.
And this is why Deb was the guy who a lot of people were putting the onus on for ZETA to do well in this tournament.
Oh, Alfier's really far ahead of everything here. He used the timing from the Nano to take some space.
Wih, gila, Ten.
Getting a second, but only one was found.
A great satchel from 10 though.
Chronicle and Leo, the two true initiators, excuse me. One found, the second trying to
Leo,
snap
Leo
on and
ngeribet
not doing
soalnya main
so.
ngeribet anjing. Si Leo ngeribet main anjing.
That aftershock's not going to feel good, but the timing from Laz on the swing is great.
Not much found from FNATIC there on that early aggression, and ZETA does such a great job to handle everything. I think that flick from Depp is just
Mereka lagi bau nih dua orang
so
ini.
crucial.
What?
It was last spotted something, and they called it out.
I saw a ping on the minimap, you're right.
And as well, when you see that recall, everything like that, that's definitely a read that can be made. That's somewhere where you can frequently spam and find.
Itu lihat nggak kalau Fate Industry punya Bang Upi, kayaknya waktu itu ada announce collab sama JKT48, tapi kayaknya sampai sekarang belum apa-apa yang nggak jadi ya. Gua boleh ngasih bocoran dikit nggak sih? Ini menurut pikiran gue ya. Gua kan udah kontak-kontakan sama JKT gitu kan, sama JOT-nya. Gue pengen masukin motion image gitu loh buat di collaboration atau gimana pun itu. Intinya yang nggak bisa JKT itu sekarang apparel, berarti Bang Upi nggak bisa harusnya guys. Bang Upi kan apparel kan? Baju kan? Baju sekarang ada Erigo di JKT itu guys. Gak bisa guys, masih kontrak itu baju.
Surely not.
He's considering it, but he takes a safer angle here.
Channel Kong here?
Yeah, just swing out.
Another star onto him. It's interesting because you would expect Laz to want to be taking these fights.
I mean, he's posted up for it. That Trailblazers.
Tapi gua pun salut sama Erigo sih. Itu cuan banget anjir dapat kontrak JKT anjir, Cok. You see nggak sih? Lu mikir nggak sih guys? Lu bayangin loh, tadi gue ikutan war bajunya guys ya. Gue dapat 2 baju ya. Itu berapa piece baju laku dalam 1 jam streaming? Berapa piece baju emoticon yang per OC itu guys? Wah gila sih itu guys, anjir itu bisa dapat JKT itu bener-bener gila banget, Cok. Wajay.
What? We're gonna have to take a look at that one more time.
Yeah, but look at this. No, there's still no time here.
Yeah, the spike is still not out. Leo's able to provide a little bit of cover and buy some time, but they're gonna crumble. Can Alphair do this on his own? He's gotten the first. He's got a stop.
What?
But Alphair
What
with
the fuck nih orang anjing?
clutch for FNATIC.
Lu lihat bro.
Alphair does it again.
Lu lihat bro, Alphair bro.
Through the window. Down onto sight.
Guardian guys ya.
Does it sideways. This is just crazy. And Crow had to commit to that plant.
Yeah, he had no choice.
I mean, he could have got off and got the final kill, but
Wah gila Cok, anjing 3 orang Cok, kelas Cok.
the duality of Mini there.
Yeah.
You want to
No
play?
kidding.
Let's play.
Mini's a coach who just, you could tell over and over, demands
Depnya nggak whiff sih itu
perfection from his
depnya.
team. So despite winning around,
Iya sih depnya nggak whiff
you
sih.
get frustrated when things aren't going their way. That one definitely looked lost, and then you have heroics that he can't help but celebrate too.
No, it is that coaching philosophy that leads.
Gua lagi ini sih guys, apa sih? Tapi gua dapat bajunya itu baju yang ini guys, baju apa sih?
To continue to cement theirs. Shot from Dirk. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's gonna get away with the second.
How is he staying here?
He peeks a 3rd time.
Yeah, that's
and look at Dirk laughing on the camera. They were playing whack-a-mole.
Dapat bajunya baju yang Freya sama Atin guys. Tapi bukan yang ini guys, bukan yang Jepang. Kan ada 2 versi, ada yang baju yang orang-orang yang ke Jepang sama yang nggak ke Jepang, Cok. Gila Dirk anjing cepet banget, Cok.
But 10 doesn't do it wide enough, so
I don't remember how many shots Laz has left. What, 2?
2, yeah.
We were robbed of this duel initially, but we're gonna get it this time, and Durka wins it out.
30 seconds left.
Those two. Now that we've had head-to-head battles between them, it's just perfect from Boaster.
Just so well played, so well
Gila
timed.
bagus banget mainnya anjing FNATIC, Cok. Lihat stun-stunnya guys. Stunnya, flashnya.
You see that double initiator comp just being so good. Because what do you do in situations like that?
Yeah.
It just feels like you're being bullied.
It's not something that everybody can do, though. I mean, it's double initiator, sure, but it's Chronicle and Leo as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point.
Leo might be the best initiator util player in the world. I mean, I would say easily.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
And Chronicle might be second best in the world. It's moments like that that you appreciate. And other teams are really starting to, you know, get up there with that
Di
sort of
stream belang.
combination.
PLG lawan RJ tadi
But
bang.
here it
Di
is.
stream.
Match point now for FNATIC in their opening
Main
game.
dari stream anjir. Tidur lah, habisnya tidur lagi, Jo.
6 for the Masters champions. Another duel, another win for Durka as he
Gak
gets a
dikasih
second.
anjing.
Look,
Gak
Chen was trying to
dikasih
take off
guys.
and Satchel his way forward, but he never had a chance.
You can hear that satchel ticking away.
Yeah.
Are you guys cheering for an ace? There's only been 2 kills.
I respect it though. I respect it.
That's me in my rank games for real.
That lockdown gonna buy a little bit of time, but it really
Egi
didn't
kayaknya
push
gue gak nonton
Fnatic
guys.
back
Gue
very much
kalau
at
nonton
all.
tuh pengen nonton off stream aja.
He's got the blades.
Kurang seru Egi mah guys. Lawannya biasa aja.
He's gonna get some high ground.
He's waiting for the util here from Leo.
And Chronicle. What is it?
Oh, nunggu recon.
Gonna push them back. He tries to get up high. Is there anyone who dares show ahead? Durka with 3.
Gila,
Now
kacau.
you chant. Now you ask for it.
Terus udah ente sih guys
Durka
anjing.
looking for it all. He's gonna have to push past the Cosmic Divide. The 4th and the 5th.
Gila nih orang anjing.
The faithful shall be rewarded. FNATIC take down ZETA.
Wah gila co anjing. Nggak tuh co.
It's Durkin time. Look at him go. Just a ridiculous showing from FNATIC that entire way through. And at the end of the day, it does look like domination.
Yup.
Gila guys anjir
And
dibantai
that's what you
co.
expect coming into this
The
series, no
fuck?
matter what ZETA looks like. No matter what, whether they look like LCQ form,
Lanjut
whether they
lagi
look
siapa
like
ya?
Reykjavik
Guys,
form, the best ZETA's ever played.
Lanjut sampai
you
pagi
still
siapa guys
expect
kira
that
guys
on that
YouTuber
stage.
guys.
Yeah.
Biar gue lempar guys.
Really a testament to, again, the strength of FNATIC and the expectations.
No bye Bang Cu, ayo mau turu, ayo juga mau turu
The
guys.
field has put on
Sampai
them,
lanjut
that
guys.
they've put
Bang
on
Asterik lanjut
themselves.
nggak Bang
Yeah,
Asterik?
they're going to continue to balloon here in this group.
Ya guys kita lempar ke Bang Asterik aja guys ya.
After you've just seen
Bang Wi jangan juga Bang Wi.
on the opposite side of their group, NRG get taken down early in that one. What a match.
Pas TV lagi
What a
les.
dominant performance, man.
Wih takutnya nggak lanjut anjing, gue males
Just complete.
kalau suka begitu anjing soalnya anjing.
Did Nightbot just floss on stage? Come on, dude. You can't be doing
Teman-teman thank you
that.
teman-teman semua ya. Kita istirahat dulu teman-teman. Thank you banget ya udah temenin gua nobar FNATIC versus ZETA. We're gonna watch party nanti malam lagi, nanti subuh lagi. Paperrex dan ADATA teman-teman oke. Thank you guys ya, sampai jumpa di next live streaming. Riodjaja signing out. Thank you guys, istirahat, jangan lupa jaga kesehatan selalu dan minum air putih yang banyak. Love you all.